Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styxboy shall ride away your brain. Bad to the bones, bruise the furnace, pick up for days on days, and the great top covers full of feds have bad writings to slay. We are all damage on damage. We are all damage on damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are repaired.
Welcome back to another Friday night with the qualified. We got Joe duelin. As you can see, his face, it has been revealed. Look at that. If you're wondering where Dom and Styxboy are, they have been suspended. Dom for his bad Star Wars takes, and Styx for his crappy trivia.
They will be.
They're running late.
They will be here. That was
They'll be here.
Very aggressive.
Very, very. They had a chat. GT Comics, what's going on, buddy? He's still asking about that ugly Frank Miller variant of Essentia 22.
It was pretty awful. I don't know if you've seen that new Kevin Eastman book that's out.
Which one?
It's his book. I believe the covers are supposed to look that way, but they look like high school art projects.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of Kevin Eastman's work. You know, when I realized, oh, that's not great art. So we got Tommy Lawbox. The boys are back in town. We missed you guys. We're gone for a week.
Yeah. Feels like we've been gone forever. But
I know.
It's amazing what just 1 week does.
I got Dave's collection. Hello there.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, LeBeau. I hope you are better prepared than tomorrow's show.
Hey, it's in our theme song. We are prepared.
Yes. Prepared but damaged. I think it's an excellent Rami Malik. And here's the boss man. Debbie Floyd, were you the one that posted that on IG? Is totally Rami Malik.
It does look like him.
Hey, Zaggy AG.
Nice.
Hey, Mama Bear, what's going on? And here we go. Lord of Brooklyn. Miller equal master.
Hey, up to a certain point, but everyone, in the words of Clint Eastwood, a man must know his limitations. And Miller seems to be at the end. I respect his earlier work.
Yeah.
I just can't buy into the 1 in 50 and 100 ratio covers that all look the same and are all bad.
You know, if they were open order, it wouldn't be a big deal, but 1 in 100s for Frank Miller, squishy Wolverine or squishy Deadpool.
That's what you get. You know, it's just not good. It's just not good. Although that Essentia cover, that one kind of that one set a new standard there for the current Frank Miller work.
I don't know. At some point, someone has to tell him no and take away his pencils and just be like, please go away. You did great work. Here's a trophy. Here's a plaque. You cannot draw covers anymore.
You could, you can go on the circuit. You could talk. You could do those things without having to be putting out covers. You can still make money. There's still plenty of ways in the industry. He's a big enough name that he's going to draw people. People are going to come get signatures and pictures and stuff like that. So, yeah, is what it is.
Yeah,
is what it is.
So we got Lord of Brooklyn. Rest in peace, Steve-O from Lords of Lombok. That was sad when I saw that.
It was very
young,
sad.
so young.
I have a slide in there for later, but yeah, it's a big loss for the community. Thoughts go out to his family and the Lords of Longbox family. That's rough. Nobody likes to see that.
No. Miller still has a skill.
I don't know what skill that is, though. One needs to find what that current skill is, because
mind you, he's only 35.
Yeah.
He's younger than Styx.
He likes to rock hats like Dave Filoni. So yeah,
What do you got going on over there? Anything good we got up?
Let's see. Tonight we'll do our outside looking in. We'll got a nice little Art Adams spotlight of a lot of Art Adams covers. I know Bruce likes to bust my balls about the old bobblehead covers, but we'll be looking at a lot of people forget how long Art Adams has been in the industry and how many covers he's actually put out. So we'll have 52 slides of covers of Art Adams' work. So we'll get to examine a lot of different things from the current, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, large head, endowed chest, all the way back to some of the old stuff. So it'll be a fun
I will say
retrospect.
he has made one of my favorite Godzilla covers.
He has a lot. He's done. People
love that
forget
Godzilla
how much Godzilla work he's done. He's done a lot of Godzilla books, and all of his monster work is always really, really solid. Like I said, people have very short memories anymore.
Yeah.
And, you think back 2 years, and all you're thinking of is those current covers that he does a lot. But the guy got skills, and he still has skills, unlike some of our friends out there that are putting out covers. So.
You mean the ones that are using AI?
No, I'm talking about Frank Miller.
Also, shout out to
hey, Mojo.
rest in peace. Mikey Sutton also just passed away a few months ago.
Man,
so,
it's tough, man.
Lost the community.
Getting older, it's rough, man. You start seeing friends pass unexpectedly, and it hits you. It hits home. So
It does.
let's see. On that note, let's get into the OLI.
Sure. What we got here?
Bring it home, Bruce.
Oh, well, first up, we got G.I. Joe and the Transformers #1. We are doing this week potential books that might pop off.
It's a buzz list. It's a buzz list this week for the
Yeah.
outside looking, because the top 10 this week was rough. It was a rough top 10. It wasn't, not a lot of things were really moving that much this week.
Yeah, I saw that, like, none of the newer books hit this week. No one was really buying the Harley, the new Harley that just came out.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I love. I love Harley as a cheerleader. Come on.
There was nothing heavily moving the needle this week that much. Outside of people still loving those Doom books. So we figured this week for the outside looking in, Pete gave us some good buzzworthy books of some news and spec and things that are going on that might start moving some of these books. So
yeah, and quite a few of these you might have seen on the hot top 10 the past couple of months.
Yep.
They tend to go back and forth between being hot and being on the outside looking in. And this is on the list because of Hemsworth live action news.
Yep.
Possibly a lead role.
Yeah. So that's nice. And I don't know. It's this original G.I. Joe Transformers series hasn't moved as much as I thought it would have moved. Even before live action rumors and stuff like that started popping up, you would think with the Void Rival stuff, with all that Skybound stuff, it would have pulled some more interest in this. But maybe as the live action project gets a little more solidified, these will start moving back up. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's so funny that none of the older Transformers books moved with the news of this project. It was more Skybound stuff that moved, which was weird to me.
I don't know whether people feel that the material that's in the Skybound stuff is probably closer to what will be maybe something for the live action.
Yeah.
This was a old 80s crossover, and those old 80s crossovers weren't exactly the best in the world, but people will gravitate back to the original at some point. So yeah. Don't sleep on it. You can still, like I said, you can still find this whole run, this whole limited edition 4 issues cheap out there. So
yeah.
If you find it floating around cheap, not a bad thing to pick up. I wouldn't overspend for it.
Yes, and this time during this period, direct and newsstand were about equal footing almost.
Yeah. I mean, people love their newsstands, though. You know,
They do.
I don't necessarily understand why. I understand people saying, well, newsstands were on the newsstand, so they got all beat up, so it's harder to find them in higher grade. So maybe I'd pay maybe I'd pay a little more there if it was a graded 9.8 in a newsstand.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Next up, we got Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Gunn can't stay off social media. He just randomly loves to post pictures of books and characters, and everybody wonders, will this be the next project?
I personally, whether it is or not, I don't care. I love Daniel Warren Johnson. So I'm excited for this. It's Black Label. It looks like it's oddly formatted like some of the Black Labels. So now that's a pain for the short box. But Daniel Warren Johnson stuff has been fantastic. It's great stuff that he's been doing in Transformers. All of his work is fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this.
I will say this about James Gunn compared to projects that have been put out by Marvel. He's consulting the writers of these books and runs, and they're having a hand in the projects, which is a good thing.
And he seems to enjoy the source materials. He's not looking to run away from the source materials. He's looking to embrace the source materials, which is good. I'm sure there's going to be differences and things like that when things hit live action, but at least he's embracing the source materials and things like that. Plus this book, it's a team up of Mark Spicer and Daniel Warren Johnson. They're a great team together. They've worked together a ton. Do a Power Bomb was a great series. Also Johnson and Spicer. So this will probably, at a minimum, be a good read. So might be something to pick up and just read.
I love Black Label books, but I hate the size of them.
I know it is a pain. It is a pain. That's why I buy most of my stuff, and because I pre-order, I get it all. It comes bagged and boarded. I'm tired of dealing with headaches anymore of odd sized things, especially magazines. But so we'll see where this goes. Next up,
we got DC Comics Presents number 47. Some guy I don't know is going to be He-Man.
That's what they announced.
And that guy is Nicholas Galitzine. He is from.
We'll show him a little bit later in the news. Well, I think we got him in there. But what else? What was he in?
He was in Red, White, and Royal Blue and Bottoms, and I forgot what else. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to.
Looks a little more like Skeletor than He-Man, but
he's gonna have to take the Hollywood protein shakes that they give to all actors when they need them to bulk up in 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, yeah. It is funny to see those guys. It's like, how are they gonna play? How's Corn Sweat gonna play Superman? And then I guess it's easy when it's like, well, okay. All I have to do is be in a gym and have a personal trainer for the next 4 months and have a nutritionist and everything else to put on bulk. So,
back in the day when they used to say a Hollywood protein shake, they used to refer to Weinstein. I'm just saying.
Different times now.
Yeah, come on. Hugh Jackman went from like 180 pounds to like freaking 270, bulked up in like 3 weeks.
Still has the voice of an angel.
No musicals.
Yeah. Next up,
we got Ghost in the Shell number 1. There might be a Netflix animated series in the works for 2026. I've never been a fan of this animated. I like the old side. I like watching Fist of the North Star and Akira and stuff like that.
I like the older stuff. I like the fact that I'm not a huge anime fan, but I appreciate Netflix kind of leaning in to that for people to try to bring some of these projects, you know, whether you like them or not. There's a huge anime audience out there, and there's definitely an audience for it. So it's nice to see somebody that's not like you know, Crunchyroll or, you know, something that's larger catering to that. So somebody that they can put some funds behind it to bring it out. So
I will say that just be careful ordering manga and anime online, because someone in one of the chats I'm in got a letter that it was confiscated because it was possible a little
CP,
borderline CP. Yes. So be careful with what you order from online dealers.
I have not seen Aeon Flu. I've seen Aeon Flux.
Aeon Flux.
Isn't that Bird Flu? Liquid, back in the Liquid Television days? MTV?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Next up.
Yes, Aggie.
Smart. We got Advanced Dungeons and Dragons #1, Paramount Plus Pass, but Hasbro is still shopping a live action series. There's still a fan base of nerds for Dungeons and Dragons.
The Chris Pine movie was fun.
It was fun.
It was a fun movie. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons fan. I wasn't a fan of the cartoon as a kid.
You didn't wake up at 6 a.m. to get to school at 7 so you could play in the lunchroom every morning like I did?
No, I never played Dungeons and Dragons. We beat up kids that played Dungeons and Dragons, but I appreciate the fan base. As I get older, I appreciate loyal fan bases that stick with something and love something regardless of its popularity at the time, and that's
Joe has freight filled with comics confiscated for lewd and lascivious material. I'm pretty sure you do. The beard won't be able to hide that anymore.
I live in a highly excited state of overstimulation. So yeah, I mean, I think it would be fun, I guess, if they put some talented people in it. You could do something. I mean, you can do any stories with this stuff. I mean, that's the thing. It's pretty wide open in terms of it should be easy for writers to be able to put some passable stories in there that are decent to put something in. I'm surprised Paramount passed on it.
I don't think they're able to take on any new projects. Being the
only projects they take on are Tyler Sheridan projects. Yellowstone, Tulsa King. There's like 5 Tyler Sheridan projects. That seems to be all the Paramount Plus shows that they put out. So as
long as they don't end my Star Trek, I'll be fine.
I think that's safe for now. I believe there's they're working on a new movie, so that's something.
Yep. So that is the outside looking in. Please head over to CBSI.com to check out the write-ups for these books. And if you missed out on the top 10, please head over and watch the video on rewind and read. Head over to CBSI.com and read what Pete had to say about the top 10 books.
Star Trek is gone from IDW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but everything leaves IDW eventually.
Yeah, true. I was hoping DC would pick up Star Trek again, but it's probably going to go to Dynamite.
I mean, IDW is like a hotel room you rent by the hour. It's
the cheap whore that you meet on the boardwalk.
You just go in there. You hope the sheets are possibly clean, and then you leave.
Check for bed bugs.
Yeah, it's tough. You want to do some pickups? Let's do some pickups.
Sure, why not?
Let's see. I got a stack here. I'll lead off here.
I gotcha.
There we go. All righty. So, while I was gone last week, I did hit up some dollar digging, and then I got a few things in the mail. So first we got our Prison Briar. This is the Boom Reserve. I got a nice Kickstarter, Control Plus Z, Chuma Hill Kickstarter.
Okay.
I got a nice order from Jim Food. So I got a bunch of Girl Scout books. His signature is my favorite signature. All of these books are signed.
That might be a little. That book might be a little lewd.
Maybe. All the books have fantastic signatures and little remarks on them, which I love. They're all fantastic books. His work is phenomenal.
Ooh. Those are some cakes.
Yeah. I love his work. It's good stuff. And then doing some dollar digging. Picked up some Art Adams JLA Scary Monsters.
Nice.
In the old dollar
Ashley.
bin.
You just grab a box of dollar books and just walk out the store?
I mean, just a little backstory. So I was visiting my parents up in Western Pennsylvania, and there's a comic store there, and they have two very large, well, they have three rooms, one for gaming, one for basic back issues and new issues.
They have a gaming room?
Yeah, they have one room.
Ooh.
It's in a mall where I think there's them and maybe three other stores. The rest of the mall is completely vacant and empty. It's a dying mall.
It's funny because I think that mall is like 10 minutes away from Mad Max.
It is. It is.
I can't believe we did not go there when I went to visit him.
Yeah. Oh. So the one room they have is just filled with short boxes, and it's a large room. It's a room that's larger than most comic shops, and it's filled with several hundred boxes of completely unsorted dollar books. So when you walk in there, I only had 25 minutes while I was there. And where do you start? Nothing's organized in any way. Every box is different. There's no alphabetical, there's no by title. It's just like you go to a box, you don't know what you're going to find. You don't know what titles, all the books are different.
I hate unorganized books. I hate that.
It was very, very tough. But, so you just have to start going. I was like 25 minutes, start at this box and just work my way across. So this is some of the stuff I got. I did pick up some 18 more stories.
That phone. What publisher did those?
IDW.
Oh, okay.
Some Frank Quietly, some Vamps, Pumpkin Time. I like these Frank Quietly covers, and I'll pick them up for $1 all day.
Huh? Three Rivers said New Dimensions.
You are correct, sir.
X-Men Legacy, nice.
Lovely Phil Noto, Black Widow. Just love the cover. I don't care if it's worth anything. It's just a great cover. And then in the mail, we got some little blonde Phantom stuff. Avengers 1959. Keeping with the theme. They're cheap. Get them while they're cheap. And last but not least, I did pick up a bunch of Twisted Tales and stuff like that too for $1, but then I grabbed this as well.
Nice
Megatron cover. And for $1, who doesn't want a Megatron cover for $1? So that's some of what I got.
Nice. So I had a lot of time on my hands last week, kind of bored actually. So I watched a lot of claim sales and eBay. So I ended up buying books from Mint Hunter Comics. Great guy. Also, Mel V was back with his How May We Help You sale. So I ended up getting books from Mel V, Josh International Comics, Yee, and Life Wonder, and Vintage Comics. spread the love around with everyone. So here's some of the books, and some of these I got from eBay. Little Gwenpool. I love Gwenpool covers. All new Wolverine #3 incentive.
Nice. It's not a bad series to start filling out.
I got the Mad Max Furiosa, Fury Road, first and second prints.
Very nice, Frankie.
I got all new Wolverine 20, little Gabby Sleepy cover.
That's a good one.
Betty.
Been a little bit of heat on that book recently.
I got a Betty and Veronica #1. This is the Gonzalez cover.
Nice. From the Hughes series. Yeah.
Yep. And I got Division #2. Ooh.
Looks like he's mic dropping there.
I know. Silver Surfer #11. Really nice copy. Teen Titans #12. They're gonna bring them back sooner or later. Spectre #6.
You bet I do. Oh, nice.
Devil Blossom #1.
Yay.
Yay. Little Batman. Detective Comics 393. Why is Robin always crying in the Silver Age? I will never know.
Why? Because he's a bitch.
He's a bitch. Some DC Universe covers I picked up.
Nice.
This week.
Boland.
Yep.
Nice.
A couple of these I didn't have, so yeah, 2 more off my list. A clean copy of World of Wood.
Nice. That's one of my favorite Stevens covers.
Some slabs from Josh International.
Nice.
Little Tiger Division 9.8. Tales of Titans #1. Alex Ross.
Nice. I like that cover. Starfire covers are underrated. There's
They are.
There's some good ones out there.
Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red #3. I just had to pick up another copy of this in the 9.8. I love this cover.
Sanford Green.
Dirty, dirty, dirty girl.
Nappy dugout.
And then off of eBay, I picked up Supergirl and Legion of Superheroes #23 in a 9.4.
That's such a pretty book.
It is. And I finally pulled the trigger on Green Lantern 16, first appearance of Star Sapphire in a 6.0.
Nice.
Here's Styx.
Look who's showing up.
I got a lot more from them, but I didn't want to show everything too much.
Yeah, I got
what's up, buddy?
I got a good stack of about 40 books from that.
You got pickups
from my dollar dig.
Nice.
No, I don't have anything ready. I'll have some next week.
All right. Well, let's get into it this week, gentlemen.
Yay! Oops, sorry. Did I put it on? Oh.
Well, let me add there. There we go. Look at us. We're doing things. All right, gentlemen. So, little bonus this week if you want it. I made a mixtape on Spotify. So if you scan the QR code, you get a little Joe's Duelin anime mixtape. I'll bring this back up later at the end of the show too, if you want to scan it. But it's just cool. a little music, some good music for cruising around or sitting on your porch drinking a beer, or getting a hand job in a hammock, whatever. It's just some fun music to listen to for the beginning of summer.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool. Hopefully some good music on that playlist. Just saying.
There is. If you like the music.
All right.
You have to have good taste.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me see what pops up on this list.
And Bruce will be like, I don't know any of these. There's some good fun stuff on there. You guys
What? What? Yeah.
There's no country music on this one.
I noticed. I want country music on this one.
Oh, if I'm gonna do country music on a mix, it's gonna be all country music and a lot of different varieties of country music. So I'm pretty anal when I make mixtapes. So they all have a vibe to them.
Okay.
So just make sure you throw a little Waylon Jennings in every other song. Thank you.
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Jennings.
It'll probably be Hank the Third heavy. That's all I gotta say.
There you go.
Conway Twitty.
All right. So for comics now and later this week, there's a Bird Tree exclusive. Joel Herrera is a highly underrated artist. If you haven't heard of Joel Herrera, look up Joel Herrera. His covers are amazing, and this World Tree cover is no exception. It's pretty awesome.
That's a great cover.
Yeah. Next up on the list, Batman Brave and the Bold. I like this cover C.
Hi, Mama.
This is just a good straight up. Sometimes I just like a good Batman cover. And to me, this is a good Batman cover. It feels like something I haven't seen for a while. You can't do that in a hammock, Mama Bear. Maybe the first part, but not the second.
Well, if you come underneath the hammock, you can.
So hammocks are deadly.
I've seen some movies. Just saying.
And last on the list for stuff this week is the Universal Monsters.
I love that cover.
It's just a good classic monster cover.
Yes.
It's not overly fancy. I like woman in distress more than scared woman. It's
that one.
Yep, that's the one.
I just happened to have it laying around.
Look at that. So that's nice for 1 in 50. All the covers of these have been really, really good. Mm-hmm. I haven't read issue 2 yet. I wasn't overwhelmed by issue 1.
Surprised that Midtown charge ratio for this.
One was decent. One was decent.
One was a bit meandering, but I figure hopefully in 2 they kind of bring the story together a bit.
It seems like it was forever ago that number 1 came out.
It does feel like these are a little slow, but there she is. For our future, I love this Zatanna Terry Dodson cover. I'm a sucker for Zatanna covers.
And you got general, bunnies.
Zatanna covers are always highly collectible. There's plenty of people out there that love a good Zatanna cover. You can have your Harleys, you can have your Poison Ivies, you can have your Catwomans. There's tons of them out there. You don't get Zatanna all the time. So having this series is going to put a beating on my pocketbook.
I just hope these are regular size.
I think they should be. I mean, it's not Black Label. So it should be. I don't know. I pre-ordered so many of the ratios and stuff like that. And, the Frizzen, all that stuff. So, but it's nice to see that the open order covers, the non-ratio covers are also really cool as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Next on my list, speaking of not comic sized, Savage Sword of Conan. The book that is printed on the worst possible paper for a cover ever. It's a magazine size, but it's not square bound, and the paper is way too thin.
Really?
Yeah, the paper is way too thin to be in a magazine size, non-square bound book. But the insides are fantastic of the book. The covers are a lot of fun, and this Ben Caldwell is no exception. You get Conan, Dark Agnes, and Solomon Kane there as well. So it's a fun cover.
That's for sure.
And to stick with the Conan theme, Conan the Barbarian 14, cover D, is just a.
It's a cover double D.
Well, you can't tell. There's hair covering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could have an amp. We could have an ample B, or we could have a double D. We'll never know.
Never know.
But it is a sharp cover. The all Conan. This Conan series has done exceptionally well. I hand it to Titan for taking this title and running not only with amazing covers, but really good stories inside as well. So,
yeah,
nice.
On our pulp marketplace this week, just got a couple. Marvel Science Stories number 4 from 1939, a 4.0 sold for $528 at Heritage.
That's pretty high for a pulp.
Yep. Well, this is if you look closely, she is nude in that tube, with the metal rings covering all the right places. But this title also represents the first use of the Marvel logo. This predates that Marvel Comics number 1 by 6 months.
Oh wow!
Oh no kidding.
So it's just kind of a fun little tidbit in there. This is done by Red Circle, so it's not Timely or Atlas or anything else. But it's a great cover and little fun little piece of history.
Wow.
And again, there's only 21 higher than this 4.0 on the census. It's really fun seeing pulps get graded now, because now we're starting to get census information for pulps, and the censuses are starting to build up a little bit. You kind of start to have a better market and metrics to be able to gauge some of the prices on some of these things.
Don't remind me about census and CGC. They just screwed me on one of my submissions, bastards.
Uh-oh.
You have either the best luck or the worst luck with CGC.
I know. Either they love me.
Yeah.
It's like literally I sent them 40 books, and the 25 is like meh, okay. The 15 after they graded them today, it was like all the DCUs were 9.8s. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what? These books were not 9.8s, but I'll take them.
Hey, we never complain when it's in our favor.
And even a Johnny Quest number 398, I was like, what?
Nice. That's a nice score right there.
Yeah.
Great.
Those books are historically pretty beat up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And next on the list, I just love this cover. It's a good cover. Terror Tales number 5 from way back in January of 1935 from Popular Publishing. A 2.5 sold for $720. It's a good skull cover. Again, you look at those census numbers there. It's like, 1 and 2.5, and there's one that's higher. So this is a lot of fun watching a census build up in pulps now that they're grading them. Because like I said, you can work premiums now probably more than you'll ever be able to in graded pulps, just for the simple fact that there's chances if you have some in decent condition, you might be first to the census or first in the grade at the highest grade at the census. Whereas, 2 years from now, if people keep grading pulps the way they are now, that census is going to fill up a little bit. But again, there's not massive amounts of these out there, especially in higher grade. Because again,
are you thinking about grading any of your pulps?
I have about 40 pulps or so.
Oh wow.
There's only a couple I would consider grading.
And even then,
market brundage. Yeah.
As frail and fragile as they are, those have to be hand delivered to CGC.
Oh yeah, I don't know how. I really have no clue how they this is a 2.5. I have no clue how they're grading this, because like I said, I've gotten pulps where I've just taken it out to rebag it. Or again, the problem with pulps from a lot of people is if you're buying them off eBay or something like that, a lot of times they're not coming necessarily from comic collectors or things like that, or people that know how to properly store things or ship things. So you get a lot of garbage packaging, and I've pulled them out of a bag before, and it just looks like confetti because, again, they were called pulps because of the shitty paper that they were printed on. They do chip and fall apart like crazy. So I have no clue how they're down there at CGC, with going through that and looking at the pages and all that.
Well, we know they don't wear gloves when they handle books.
I don't know how they're doing these, but interesting nonetheless.
Taking the stacks to the bathroom when they go. I'll grade these on the pot.
Getting the George Costanza flag of its bathroom book.
Yep.
So that's what we
that
got.
stain was not there before he went into the bathroom.
Hey.
Brown smudging on cover.
News time.
Yeah, I got a little news this week. I just wanted to offer condolences to TiVo, his family, Lords of Longbox guys over there.
Really? Oh, wow.
Tragic loss this week. Sudden, unexpected loss. Way too young. So thoughts and prayers go out to his family and all the guys over at Lords of the Longbox. It's a tough loss for the community. He's a good guy. Always a fun show. Always in a good mood. Always just fun to watch. So.
Wow.
I got some additional printing news this week.
What is this?
Yeah, we're going to get our Blood Hunt 1 second printing. A little blade cover. We got our Union Jack going into second printing. A nice little Ripper Blood cover.
Aren't they still selling for like cover price, those Union Jack books?
More than likely, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Because I know they sold out on Midtown pretty quick.
Yeah, but
it's a ton of them on eBay.
You know the way people are. People hear a rumor, they start to pre-buy everything out, and then the LCSs get them, and then they sit there.
Yeah.
So, and
Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel #2. Remember that book? Was it 2 or 3?
Yeah. All of them.
No, all of them.
It was 2, I believe.
Yeah.
And Ultimate X-Men #1 is going into 4th printing with a little Momoko design cover there.
That's not that bad, actually.
I'm surprised they waited to the 4th printing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. These super late. I understand when indies do it. There's reasoning behind it. If you listen to TAC a couple weeks ago, you get a little insight into why indies do it the way they do it. I see no reason why the big boys do it like this. It's more of a kind of brazen cash grab for the big publishers.
Right.
And as we noted before, we got Hemsworth in talks to lead the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie for Paramount and Hasbro. So who knows?
You think he's gonna be Duke?
I mean,
or Optimus Prime?
The funny thing is, he was already Optimus Prime.
Yeah, already voiced him.
But I would find it hard to believe they're going to take a face like him and put him behind a voice in a Transformer. He's going to have to be a Joe.
Yeah, he could totally be Lady J.
I was thinking more Scarlet, but
okay.
He looks more of a cover girl.
Cover girl. He's no Baroness though. No Baroness.
No Baroness.
No.
He doesn't got the hips for it.
I mean, he did wear glasses in Ghostbusters,
but
that's how you get that's just where I get the humidity from my pressing at the still. It's not where I press them. It's nice and humid there. But yeah, so I don't know. It's a good name attached to the project.
Yeah.
He's cut his teeth between the Marvel stuff. The Extraction movies are great. Furiosa.
People told me that he gave a great performance in Furiosa. He didn't even recognize it was
He
him.
gets to go full Australian.
Ah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be fun to see. A little more news that just popped up today. Charlie Hunnam is set to star in Ed Brubaker's Criminal that's going to be on Prime. So big thumbs up here. I love him as an actor. He's great in Sons of Anarchy. So it'll be fun to see Jax in there in a Brubaker script. So there's nothing better than Brubaker and Phillips together. Their work has always been phenomenal. Has few, if any, down spots in their work. So it's fun to see, if this goes well, it'll be very nice because then maybe we'll start to get some more Brubaker and Phillips helmed projects in the queue.
That'd be a good thing.
Yeah. This will be fun. I know.
Why?
Well, I mean, we got spoiler alert. We have to, warn you in advance.
Spoiler.
I just give people a
Damn new age
second.
spoilers.
But you know what? They gave a spoiler cover anyway for it. But somebody's back from the dead. Helverine was an interesting read. I'm not going to say good read, but yeah, they can Dakin, whatever you want to call them, however you want to pronounce it, or the 7 other names that he happens to have. Appears to be back and
when did you die?
Be Helverine. Not long ago. I don't know. It was like Wolverine 41, maybe. Wasn't long ago.
Oh. Well, that's right. Sabretooth War.
Yeah. So
he's a mutant. They can bring everybody back.
Yeah. So Wolverine seems shocked by the fact that his boy's back and is inhabited by the old Helverine demon. So that's something, I guess. Hey, look who's here. Look who's here.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey,
oh, yeah. How you doing? How you doing over there? How's it going? Yeah.
How you doing, man? Hey, don't insult me like that.
I'm not insulting you. I'm just talking like we from Brooklyn. We ain't got on the corner over there.
No, I'm Italian from freaking Bronx, not Brooklyn, man. Get it straight.
I didn't say you were from Brooklyn. I said I'm from Brooklyn over here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, come on.
Mama Luke, hey.
You get some fresh mutts in your mouth.
Yo, you want fresh mozz in your mouth. That's what you want.
Don't get him angry. Don't get him angry.
He came in hot. What's going on, Dob?
What's going on?
How was work?
Well, it wasn't work today. It was I had so we had to help a friend move. And
never ever help a friend move because those friends never help you move.
Well,
so
listen,
it's never worth it.
It wasn't a fact to help a friend move. My wife, she volunteered me to help, so I had to.
Oh,
and she's right here,
man. And you must have done something really bad.
No, I didn't do anything right bad. She just like volunteered. Goes, all right, I'm gonna do it. That's all right. No, then I had to take care of a couple of things, and then it just took some time. But I'm here. Hey,
I learned my lesson. I used to help friends move. I've never asked for a friend to help me move because I would never want to put somebody through that. My tip to you: save up some money and hire movers.
Hey, on a somber note, did we talk about the
TiVo?
Yeah. Okay. I just want to put that out there. Last night I felt so damn bad about that. It's like our paths never crossed, but we did once in a while, like on Instagram, acknowledge each other with some things. Like they'll send a post and I would like it, and he would, little things like that. But you
go back and forth. You chat during the show. There's always interactions, and you feel closness to people that you have interactions, even though they're not personal interactions with. And
that's a big loss. It's a big loss for the comic community because he was a good dude. A lot of stories about him that he did a lot of good for the comic community and for people. He got people together that normally don't get to interact. He was a good person like that, and he's gonna be missed.
It was a good positive influence on the community. Definitely missed. Next up, the Exorcist universe is going to expand.
Yay.
The Dr. Sleep and Fall of the House of Usher visionary Mike Flanagan is going to be taking the helm. This is not the sequel to the last movie. This is a separate project within, I guess, the Exorcist universe. So it's going to be a separate project. But it's nice that they're pulling out some big guns for it.
Well, you know, they should, like a movie like this, it should make like The Exorcists have like two freaking possessed people in different areas, but it's connected. And they the two priests or whatever come together, you know, because they have to.
This is a priest buddy movie.
Yeah.
All I have to say about that is hide your children.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Father may I.
That last Exorcist movie creeped me the hell out.
It was creepy as hell.
The original one.
It was
The original
good.
one was creepy.
The original one still creeps me out.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
I live, you know, I used to live about, 7-8 miles from Georgetown, where the steps are.
You know,
Every time I'd see it,
actually,
creep me out.
I don't know if you guys have seen The First Omen.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gregory Peck.
Listen, the
No,
first
no,
Omen,
no. There's a movie. There's a movie called The First Omen.
Oh, the first
First
Omen.
Omen.
I thought you were talking
No,
about
this
the
is the first Omen.
the
The
first
original.
movie. The Omen.
No. It's on
I did it for you, Damien.
it's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, it just got released on Disney Plus.
That's what
Well,
the plus
Disney
stands for.
Plus is weird now. It's I go on Disney Plus now because they mix in all the Hulu stuff and everything else. I'm like,
They have
Okay,
HBO Max
this
too
is-
now, right?
this is weird.
Huh?
HBO Max is part of their circle now. They're a package deal.
Not
Well,
yet.
yeah, but it's
Some
still
circles,
there's
yeah.
still separate streaming
It's gonna be the
services that you can.
sports.
Yeah,
sports
but you can
stuff, I believe.
bundle. You can bundle to get the multiple streaming services for a better price.
I can look. I'm a horror buff. I like horror movies. To be honest with you, horror movies are great. I laugh at slasher movies and all those other things. But when it comes to like Satan and stuff like this, that shit does freak me out.
I would love
Omen,
an
Rosemary's
Expendables.
Baby, The Exorcist, Poltergeist, all that crazy. That shit does definitely have a place in my heart where I'm like, yo, yeah, I can watch this, but I got to be on the fence because it's a little.
Yeah, I turned on Disney Plus by accident today because I was going to watch the last episode of Discovery, and I was like, First Omen, what's that doing there?
Yeah, everything throws me off now because Disney owns so much crap now.
Yep.
It's like now I have to reshuffle my services because I was like, why am I paying for Hulu when I also pay for Disney Plus? There's really no reason for it because I can get all the Hulu shows on Disney Plus, so there's no reason for it. So
Look, I love, like I said, the horror genre, like the Terrifier. You saw the Terrifier?
oh god, I love Terrifier.
No.
That whole universe is so phenomenal.
I know, right? So I
It
can sit
is.
there and watch that and laugh my ass off because it's funny.
It takes it to such an extreme level.
Yeah, I know.
I love those movies.
Hey.
Jedi turned me on to the Terrifier movies, and I thank him for it.
You got
It's-
that in the Silent Night
they're
movie.
fantastic.
I love that shit. Oh,
Yeah.
And look, and apparently,
Did you watch Thanksgiving?
No, I didn't see Thanksgiving.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
It was okay.
It was all right.
Did Eli Roth direct it or did he produce it? I thought he did one of them.
Produced, maybe? Might be way wrong.
That feels right.
Listen,
Speaking of
what's this?
kind of horror and slasher movies, In a Violent Nature, which was released in Canada this month. It was really. I think it was released in Sundance in January and in Canada in May. It's a new take on a slasher film where it takes the killer's perspective. So you're
Cool.
kind of seeing this through the
That
eyes
cover
of
looks
the
like
killer.
the guy from Scooby Doo, the one that when they were in the water. So it looked like
the old diving outfit. Yeah. I highly suggest people go on and just watch the trailer for it. It looks like, if you like slasher films, it looks like a interesting, fun.
A good friend of the channel, Little Movie Perp, he actually did 2 or 3 streams about this. He was so impressed. He says, perfect.
I love Perp, and 95% of the time I agree with Perp,
Yep.
except for Madam Web.
Madam Web,
Hey,
the
listen.
masterpiece.
Leave it alone. I liked it. I had fun.
Hey, well,
Damn
listen,
you.
you talked about Venom, right? The trailer of Venom that's coming Monday.
Already? The
Yeah.
Last Dance?
Yeah, the Last Dance. I got a
Jeez.
trailer coming Monday. It's gonna be like a 2-minute.
Well, everybody's been talking about Zack Snyder today. So
Oh yeah, Zack Snyder with the they've been talking about that, and Michael Bay with Transformers again.
why?
Why? I know
Nobody
why.
wants to see Bayformers. Bayformers, no.
But listen. He's trying to get back the old itch from the original. And look, if he can make the first Transformer movie with G.I. Joe the way first Transformers was, I'm sold, man. I'm loving this. And
He
Chris
couldn't make
Hemsworth-
the first Transformers movie again in the sequel.
There's not enough
Why?
Adderall in the world for me to be able to watch.
Listen, Chris Hemsworth is going to be Duke. That's what they're aiming at. So,
Yeah, we had the news up there.
We're gonna throw Sydney Sweeney in there.
as the Baroness. Oh, please be the Baroness.
It's a very top heavy Baroness.
Yeah.
As we mentioned before, Michael Gillespie set to play He-Man in the long-delayed Masters of the Universe film at Amazon.
No.
He looks
No.
Asian a little bit.
No.
To me, he looks more like Skeletor, but that's just me.
Well, is Sacha Baron Cohen being Skeletor? Is that going to happen?
Well,
I've heard that rumor as well.
It's been that's been a long time.
I mean, to me, they're really dumb. They're really missing out on this casting. I mean, come on, man.
I know.
Come
Zach.
on.
Yo, something happened to friggin' Zac Efron. Yo, he just something botched the friggin' his Botox and shit.
What happened?
Plastic surgery. Look, come on, that's not Zac Efron, man.
They said he had an accident or something like
That's
I
Rob
had heard little bits and pieces of something about why his face looks completely different now. None of those things were steroids, but
yeah, they missed it. He looks like He-Man.
Nah.
come on, I like Efron. I give it to Efron. He has taken a good leap from doing shitty kids movies on Disney and stuff like that to doing some crazy
Styx
roles.
still watches.
Baywatch was fucking hysterical, man.
The
That was
Baywatch was
horrible.
hysterical.
I thought
I,
that was-
Horrible.
thought
I
that was
highly
director of
suggest-
Marvel.
watching Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey. Efron's in it as well. It's
How about Neighbors? Neighbors was freaking
it's,
great.
It's a lot of fun. But I mean, come on, man, look at that. You can't tell me, and don't be like, well, he doesn't have the acting chops to play He-Man. And He-Man, for
I'm
God's
Prince
sakes.
Adam, Prince of Eternity. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
he would be perfect in that role. They're gonna
You
get
don't-
They're gonna get that serious kid in there being all serious.
Yeah,
Come on.
you don't need a Shakespearean actor to be He-Man.
No, I
You
mean he has
do.
the haircut already and everything. Just
No, you
just
don't.
do it.
Quiet down.
Just do it.
Quiet down there.
I
It's
want
there.
David Tennant to play He-Man. Damn it, David Tennant
David Tennant. Come
or
on.
Matt Smith.
No, I want David Tennant as Orko. That would be perfect.
Orko?
Okay. That sounds great.
How about get a real little person to play Orko instead of some CGI shit?
Well, he
Use
still has to
some-
fly.
Use some
I
strings?
mean,
No,
What?
strings.
Wait.
Who are we gonna
Can
get?
we get-
Hornswoggle?
Can we get Perp? I mean,
Yeah.
not Perp. Can we get Pete as Orko?
Pete, that's Orko. Damn. Damn.
he's busy. He's
Uh,
busy. He's already been cast as Schnarf for something.
Hey, CGH, welcome, buddy.
Snarf.
Who's the new guy in the dark?
Oh, I didn't even notice you shaved your beard, dude.
No Joe or
cleaner,
Jedi.
Little cleaner.
Finally, you shaved it. There you
Summer
go.
cut.
Little cleaner. Got a little waddle there. Got a little waddle going.
And listen, you know what's funny, Joe? So yesterday working, there was a crazy dude running in the street. It looked just like you. I was just like, I'm like, there goes Joe.
That's why I shaved everything off.
Oh.
So I can.
You should shave the beard. Just have the handlebar mustache.
That's all I really got. And there's just some stubble there.
Look,
Yeah.
you shaved. I figured shaved off my beard by mistake because I messed up. And I'm all freaking
Did
clean
you-
cut.
That just leaves Styx. Styx, did you manscape today?
Not today.
Okay. Oh.
I'm ready for my cameo on Orange County Choppers now.
There you go.
So
Ah,
as we mentioned before, Gunn loves his social media. He gave a little tease of some Plastic Man. So DC is releasing a reprint of Police Comics 1.
I have
How much is that book in real for real?
couple tens of thousands.
Really?
Somewhere between a shit ton and a crap ton.
I have Plastic
shit ton.
Man's first Silver Age appearance somewhere laying around one of those boxes.
Yeah, so I like these facsimiles
I
when they
like
put
Plastic
out.
Man, damn it.
I like facsimiles when they just put out a straight up facsimile. I don't need ratios. I don't need different covers or whatever. Just give me
There's
a good
no 1 in
facsimile of a
25?
Golden Age book. I just want facsimiles of a good Golden Age book
Not yet.
that you're not going to be able to get your hands
Mm-hmm.
on. Yeah, you could read these online, whatever, but it's not the same as holding a book in your hands and reading it. So
I will say that
it was had a mind of its own.
The other day, Pete showed the 1 in 25 for the first appearance of Rogue, and I like that better than the regular cover, obviously.
Yeah, it was a good cover, actually.
Yeah. So.
And some weird news tonight. Scientists discover real life Death Star black holes that basically spin around and shoot these planet killing beams of energy toward the planets.
Is Earth going to be in its peripherals?
Yeah, so the black hole actually will rotate and shoot basically plasma beam out of the black hole.
I got nothing.
So, yeah.
Plastic Man is the only good stretchy hero.
SmackDown. Well, the whole
Not an Elastic Man fan?
I didn't watch
Elongated
SmackDown.
Man.
I'm late.
Yeah, Elongated Man.
If you watch season 3 of The Boys, there is a stretchy hero in that show during an orgy.
Yeah, there's some interesting characters in The Boys in general.
He opened the door with it, guys. Opened the
Yes,
door.
The one walking it through the urethra was the one that kind of bothered me a little bit.
Or the tidal wave of jizz that when he opens the door.
It's a whole change of subject. They're putting it inside the chat. So LA Knight is the new United States champion. What happened? I didn't watch SmackDown tonight, so I wasn't here.
I don't know.
I don't know. We're here. We were actually on the show.
Yeah.
I enjoy a soap opera every now and then, but
I
can't keep up with that stuff.
My favorite actress just got fired from Days of Our Lives.
There's a
Ariane Zucker got fired. Nicole.
There was another guy who got killed, who just recently got killed.
The one from the video, the blonde.
No, the guy in the streets of LA got killed in LA. Somebody he got shot or something. There was a soap opera star.
Yeah, he was from General Hospital.
General Hospital, right? Yeah.
Yeah, someone was stealing his catalytic converter or something.
Can you say that 3 times in a row?
Was it Mothman? That's who steals catalytic converters out here where I live. It's Mothman.
The Mothman?
Mothman steals catalytic converters.
Hey, so apparently a dodo bird was.
Oh, you fellow hillbillies got that joke. Thank you.
Weird shit. A
I know
dodo
the
bird.
Mothman is.
What am I doing here?
Extinct since the 1700s. Showed up on someone's camera in Costa Rica. They had a camera, and they walked by camera. You seen that?
Wait, why are you walking through by cameras, Dom?
I'm sure it'll pop up on one of the YouTube videos I watch while I'm trying to sleep at night.
It was AI. It was an AI bird.
A dodo bird AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. And last on our news this week, sleep shopping. This woman has a rare disorder, which causes her to do abnormal and undesirable behaviors that occur during sleep.
I do a lot of abnormal stuff while I'm sleeping.
Don't worry about it.
She racked up close to $4,000 in expenses buying stuff while she was sleeping.
Don't worry about it. She'll probably get reimbursed for that too, because all the weirdos are getting their day in the sun this time around now in the United States. So
cough.
Sleep disorders are weird. I don't know if anyone has actually seen. I mean, my son used to sleepwalk a little bit, which again is weird and disturbing when somebody sleepwalks because they're awake but they're not awake, and they're talking but they're not really talking. It's a very weird thing.
I used to, I don't know what happened, but I used to have this thing where I used to wake up and whatever I was wearing when I went to sleep was across the room, which is crazy. So.
No, that's your orgies, man. What are you talking about, dude?
I think my favorite sleepwalker story is I was taking my kid to the pediatrician, and it's back before I lived rurally. I lived right outside of DC, and pediatrician. It was in the plaza in a very, very busy intersection. And while I was getting ready to pull into the parking lot, there was a guy walking down the street. He was wearing only boxers and one sock. And
that's New York City all the time.
He was clearly sleepwalking. He clearly, and people were honking. He's just moving along. The eyes weren't really open.
That's scary.
Somewhat of it was clear. I've seen tweakers before. This guy was sleepwalking, and he crossed the street. Tweakers? He crossed the street in the middle of the road, and it was one of the damnedest things I've ever seen. I just loved the one sock. I thought that was hilarious.
There was one incident locally here where a kid had woken up in the middle of the night, like they say, like 3 a.m, let's say, and he walked out of the house and he was walking to school in his sleep.
My one of my ex coworkers, his son walked out his bedroom window, broke his arm.
What? Really?
Yeah, second floor of the house, walked right out the window while he was sleeping. They literally had to put bars on his window.
You know what the crazy? Lucky he broke his arm and nothing else.
Yeah.
Because think about it. You know, you ever have that feeling when you're sleeping and you're falling, like you jerk, you sleep like you're falling or something like that?
Yeah.
That's
you're falling and jerking, you said?
Yeah, jerking is falling. Yeah, circle jerking.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Why did you go from that to this?
No, because shit, that's what you're getting at. I'm trying to beat you to the punch. No, I'm saying
I wasn't even going to say anything about you circle jerking on the weekend with your
coworkers. You were going to say something.
I was
I'm saying that when you're laying down, that you have like that shake, like you're going to fall off the bed or something like that.
Jerks you awake.
I was going to say double Dutch rudder. That was just me.
Double Dutch rudder.
I had to dig deep this week for That's Not a Comic Sale of the Week. I went with vintage salt and pepper shakers.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was like, let me see how weird of salt and pepper shakers I can find that are interesting. And I found a few that I thought were pretty cool. The Tim Burton vintage Beetlejuice salt and pepper shaker in box from NECA went for $112. Wow. So it's great. You got the husband and wife with the long face when they were trying to scare. So that was a fun kit. It was just cool to see it in box as well, which was nice. On the more I made this and sold it on eBay side of the house, we have a cool Popeye and Bluto salt and pepper shaker, which went for $250. So don't sleep out there when you're dicking around at some flea market or whatever, looking for books and stuff like that, and you see some garbage out there like this.
I'm sorry, Joe. You know, have you noticed that a lot of Popeye stuff is actually starting to go up in value?
Well, that Live Popeye series is going to be coming out,
which
is good. There's rumors of a live action Popeye. Yeah, I think there'll be a bit of a Popeye resurgence. Popeye's a good character.
I just recently started playing. I have a Steam Deck, so I've been emulating old arcade games, and I was playing Popeye last week, the arcade game.
Nice.
Are you gonna
catch the hearts from Olive Oil? One from Bluto.
Popeye. People with them big old fat forearms.
Did you ever see the Family Guy? This kid, he goes, "You have tumors in your arms," and that really.
Yeah. That was so bad.
I know.
Next up on the list, I personally thought this one was cool. The Shenandoah Caverns, which is right down the road from me. Vintage Risque Legs salt and pepper shaker went for $125. I thought that was pretty cool. It had a little stand there, seat for them, so that you're looking at it. Looks like a pair of legs, but you got your one salt, one pepper there.
A little known fact about those: Frank Sinatra actually posed for those. No,
really? Come on, Frank Sinatra.
And last on the list, I couldn't find one of these.
It was a very good year.
I think Dean Martin did it.
Dino more than than Frank.
It's Jerry Lewis's
Just
legs.
say he was always, in the
Hey, who knows?
sauce, a little sauce stuff.
And Sammy Davis was taking the pictures.
Oh, with his good eye. Oh,
Come on,
No,
man.
He had a camera
Come on,
eye.
man.
What are you talking about? His good eye.
what is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, man?
I don't know. I wasn't like this until you got here.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Last on the list, this one, I could not find one that had sold. This is actually a current listing for $93. The beautiful Elvira,
I need
Mistress of
that
the
in my
Dark, salt
life.
and pepper shakers.
This is a pepper shaker. Listen, they messed up. They should have had 2 holes. They have one side only. Where's the other holes on the other side? Should have been salt and pepper.
Oh, they are. They both come off. They are salt and pepper.
Oh, yeah?
I am searching for Elvira creamer holder.
But this is
Listen,
fun.
you
They
can find used breast milk on eBay.
the breasts do come
Have you
off
searched for that?
individually.
No, I'm just saying, they had dirty underwear on friggin' eBay at one time.
Yes, and use dildos and use.
Well, I mean, if you go to
Fleshlights.
Japan, you can get dirty panties out of a vending machine. So
But you know what it is? If it's a celebrity,
55 yen. Oh, God damn it.
if it's a celebrity, he's
give it
definitely,
away.
it's definitely like a
55
half-eaten
yen.
sandwich. Half-eaten sandwich or friggin' someone's...
Remember that girl that was selling her farts in a jar?
yeah. Oh, the farts in the jar.
Oh,
God.
That girl was from 90 Day Fiance.
oh really?
Yes. Yeah. Some of the crap shows I watch.
Some of those
So-
people are just like horrible looking.
Yeah, most of them are. This season has been the most interesting group of people ever in 90 Day Fiance, in my personal opinion. You have an Italian guy
Hey, how you doing?
who has an American
Wow.
girl that's gone over to Italy. She's hung up on the fact that he's an atheist and likes threesomes. She can't get past that. And he
Sounds like my profile.
Doesn't-
he is the funniest guy because he talks about threesomes so lovingly, consistently in every single episode. It's fantastic. And
Doesn't
then you
believe
have
in
another,
God, but believes in the Holy Trinity.
and then
That
you
is the
have
Holy
another.
Trinity.
You have another guy that's American that came over, and he is a sperm donor, but he is super weird. He is the weirdest person who should never date a human. This woman is with him for some reason, but the fun part about this guy is he doesn't donate sperm at a sperm bank. He donates it by having sex with the women to donate his sperm, and he refuses to give that up. And this woman is
What?
grappling with that in their relationship.
That's
Oh
crazy.
my God. Does he get a STI test every week?
He got an STI test this past week in the show.
And Joe was personally there to let him know. Let me see the paperwork.
It's a fun shit. Crap TV. It's
Make that shit up.
it's like anything else. You start watching crap TV and you get bored, and then you have to find something crappier, and then you have to find something crappier because it loses interest after a while.
You know what's funny?
So,
That is called cheating.
You know what's funny? My wife was
Yeah.
watching me a YouTube channel yesterday, and the guy does like reviews of like TV shows, and they have like wife swap from the UK. They said the wife swap from UK is crazier than the wife swap here, and
No, I'm pretty sure they
they
hooked up.
curse because they curse in the UK wife swap. So it's nuts.
You need to watch what was Naked Attraction
that was
on
hard
Max.
to watch.
Yeah,
It was hard to
Yeah,
watch.
it's Dating Naked, and they don't censor it.
really?
No,
yes.
there's just
Oh shit!
it was.
There's
it
a
was
lot of roast
hard.
beef and sausage.
Damn.
I like looking at vaginas as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
There was some beat up chipped ham in that. It was just hard. It was just hard to watch.
Some SOS.
It was yeah.
Damn.
It was tough.
Those tacos were beat up big time, weren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
now we have now been demonetized. Thank you guys. I know I brought it up.
Now, actually, you know, it's a good reality
Yeah,
show.
you did.
MILF Island. We talked about.
I cannot watch that. I cannot watch
we
that.
talked
It
about
disturbs
that a
the
long
hell
time
out
ago,
of
Me
me.
and Jedi. What? Oh, MILF Manor. There you go.
MILF Manor is I can't
No,
I
you
can't
gotta
watch
watch-
that. It's
You gotta
way
watch
too weird.
Fuckboy Island.
If you're gonna watch any trash show at the absolute bottom of the barrel, Love After Lockup is the way to go.
Well,
Watch people that are in love with somebody that they met on an inmate that's obviously scamming them, and then watch that inmate get out and watch the fireworks. It's absolutely phenomenal TV.
This show is officially canceled.
Listen, you know what the funny thing is? There's what's the other show? There's another show that you got that one, but you also have what the hell is damn, I just had it in my head.
What is this? Not all peanuts are made the same?
Yeah.
Not all pussy willows are made the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Based on watching that show, not all other parts are made the same either, because they show plenty of those as well.
So,
Let's just say they like turtlenecks in the UK.
Turtlenecks.
Let's just say that.
That was some long turtlenecks.
The circumcisions.
You know, if there's something wrong, you've got 3 inches of turtleneck going on.
So, nice transition there.
Well, yeah,
from foreskin to trivia with Styx.
I'll give you a good joke. Here you go. You ever heard about the baby that was born without eyelids? They used his foreskin for replacement. Now he's cockeyed.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We need a rimshot sound effect for that one.
Way to go.
Wow.
All right, so this week,
Wow, that was like
Trivia
Matt
Night
level
is
joke.
My wife was
You
inside
watching,
going like
Matt?
this. Whoa.
This week's Trivia Night is brought to you by Art Adams. Art Adams Trivia this week.
And for all the people complaining in the chat, I will stress again, I live in a highly excited state of overstimulation. Deal with it.
He has a stimulation going on right now.
For all you Videodrome fans out there.
All right. Go ahead and hit the next slide. Yep. Art Adams Trivia.
Must we do this?
Let us.
Yep. We got it.
We got it.
Can we just skip it?
All right. Question number 1. Which garnered him a 1988 Eisner Award for Best Single Issue? Was it his issue of Doom Patrol, the 1987 series, issue 16? His issue of Tommy and the Monsters from 1989, number 1. X-Men Annual number 12 from that would have been 1988 from the 1970 series. Or was it Gumby's Winter Fun Special, 1988, number 1?
I say C.
I'm going with Doom Patrol.
Go with Doom Patrol. I will say in researching Mr. Adams here, there was a lot of interesting stuff to read on him. So
he's had a ridiculously long and amazing career. And the fact that he's still putting out great stuff is a testament.
Yeah.
That's objective.
That Godzilla cover's doing pretty good.
What Godzilla cover?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
Godzilla cover?
That one.
Yeah.
I have one at CGC.
Oh my God. Oh, good. You can send that one to me. All right. Let's go to the
You
answer.
weren't that good on the
And
casting
answer
couch.
And the answer is
Gumby's Winter
Yes.
Special.
Gumby, damn
Gumby's
it.
Winter Special number 1.
Why?
Really won best single issue for that one. That
Ah,
must have
best
been a good
single
Gumby issue. I don't have this one. I'm surprised because I'm a Gumby fan. I don't have that
Did
one.
this come out when Eddie Murphy was playing Gumby on Saturday Night Live? I'm Gumby, damn it.
No, it did not.
No.
it's a
All
good
right.
Gumby cover too.
It is a great Gumby cover. And it's a
How
wraparound.
many good Gumby covers are there?
This
I don't
one.
know.
This one.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
I would never do that.
All right, question number 2. Art Adams said that this book inspired him to start drawing. Which was it? Was it Micronauts? Was it Godzilla? Was it Shogun Warriors? Or was it the X-Men?
Godzilla.
D?
This book. Yeah, Godzilla.
D for domination.
I know it's D for big D or little D.
I guess I could have put this series, but
All right, we got
This
an A and
was
a C in
interesting to
there.
me. This one was interesting to me. So we got all our answers. All answers
Another
locked in.
A and a B.
You spell Micronauts
And-
wrong.
Yes, he did. But
Okay.
that's fine. We all understand what it was.
Shogun Warriors is a good comic book too back in the 70s. I like
Shogun Warriors is the next one series. Like
Yes, it's a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
I have that one.
And
And the answer
is
It was A, Micronauts. He said that something about it just blew me away, and it got him to start drawing.
my favorite Micronauts issues were with the X-Men on it. The X-Men issues.
yeah, they were good.
Mm.
That was my favorite Micronauts issues.
That was the fun thing about it. They would
Yeah.
tie in like good title books like X-Men into some of the other stuff like Micronauts and stuff like
But
that
when
all the time.
IDW
Yeah.
had the rights, they were good in Transformers. It's pretty cool. I like the mixer of G.I. Joe Transformers and stuff like that.
All right, next question. Question number 3. This is the first paid published work of Art Adams. Is that true or is that false?
True.
This is High Energy, spring in 1982. This is a fanzine,
False.
kind of a swamp thing, kind of a cover where it looks like Luke Skywalker shooting down Yoda. I don't know.
What?
Interesting
It does
cover.
look like Luke in the swamp with his
Oh,
X-wing,
yeah.
but taking on
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Give BK time to Google.
Say true.
Yeah, we got.
And you are correct. It is an NAUTS.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong in this. I know that. Yeah, let's see.
Captain Carrot 12.
Hey, they don't pay me for my. They don't pay me for my spelling, so
That's right. We don't pay you for correct or incorrect spelling.
Ooh.
pay
False.
me to do it. And the answer is false. This is a picture of Farrah Fawcett, based on Farrah Fawcett, which he sent into the letters
Oh.
page for Captain Carrot and the Amazing Zoo Crew.
Oh, you're right.
And it is pure nightmare fuel.
It is. For a first submission, I guess it's good. I don't know.
I enjoy anthropomorphic art as much as the next person, but this is pure nightmare fuel. And Styx is back.
Styx will be back.
I'm heck.
Well,
Okay, I don't know what happened.
He's back.
Well, while he's doing that, I have bought 10 memberships.
Oh, thank you, sir.
We got
It's just
Stay got a membership. Meet Wad number 1, Mama Bear, Card Vibe, Mr. Marv, Cardi West, James Kreider, Daniel Aslin, Josh Oliver, Tiger Fett.
Excellent.
Congratulations, guys.
and that's good to know. Since this will probably be our last show. There's other shows to watch on Renovision,
Yeah.
so your membership will take care of you for.
Yes.
Yes, because we will be
Plenty of
canceling
things every
that.
day going on here on Renovision.
This will be our last show. This is what happens when Jedi leaves.
All right,
Takes
question
us
number
hiatus.
4. Which of the following Art Adams art on one of their instruments? I put instruments twice. Was it Nirvana? Was it System of the Down? Was it the Foo Fighters? Or was it Kiss?
They're so good. Their instruments have
Follow
instruments.
you.
Foo Fighters.
They're so good. Their instruments.
I don't know, C or B. I don't know. System of Down or Foo Fighters. I'm probably wrong. Both.
So
I'm gonna say-
if you're not understanding the question, one of these bands
I'm gonna say
used
A.
Art Adams on art on one of their instruments.
We got a D, a C, and a B all over the map there.
Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah.
And the winner is
System of Down.
System of the Down. They had used it
Yeah.
on their drum set.
it's a nice kit. So you can
It is a nice
stare at the drums when you don't want to listen to their music. Just
Yep.
stare at the drums.
Question number 5, the last question of the night. Which of these
Penultimate question of the night.
There you go. Good word. Good word. Which of these Barry Windsor Smith covers did Art Adams recreate for a puzzle? Was it the Mighty Avengers number 67? Was it Avengers number 100? Or was it the Mighty Avengers number 66?
100. B.
D. D.
I've been wrong all night, so.
Gotta get one right, right?
Eh.
Let's go surfing now.
Well,
Oh.
we have pretty wide agreement in the chat.
Yeah, this is kind of a layup for the last one. So,
Hey, Carlo.
Yep. Avengers number 100.
I got one.
I like his rendition. So,
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good, actually.
Yeah, anytime he kind of does those homages.
It's not a bubble.
Like
it's not a bobblehead.
Nope. No, yeah. You're not going to see too many bobbleheads tonight.
No. Yay!
All right, thank you for playing.
And before you move on, I like to say, everyone in the chat, please hit the like button. If you're watching on the rewind, subscribe.
That one's going to be rough tonight. I think that one's going to be a tough ask tonight.
Give us a thumbs up for this great content that we put into you every week. Well,
every week.
Just every week. Except for last week. We needed a break.
Yeah.
What do you got up next?
Next, we are going to take a look at our Art Adams Spotlight. So we're going to go through a lot of covers and look at a lot of covers just to get a feel of some of the work that he's done. I could have made this 100 slides. He has that much work out there. I knew he was prolific and had done a lot, but man, guy's done a lot of covers. So, of course, if you want his first cover out there, you can get that Marvel Fanfare 13. Fun cover, which for first cover, that's not half bad.
Wow, that Spider-Man Daredevil Marvel team up, he did that?
Yep. That is an Art Adams.
Wow. Okay.
He does, I love art, not only because he'll do covers. He did plenty of interiors. He did a lot of inking on a lot of books as well for other artists as well. So he worked his way through it back in the day. Yep. I love this New Mutants Special Edition. #1 is one of my favorite New Mutants covers. It's a great wraparound cover. If you're a New Mutants fan, it's a great Magic cover. If you like Magic, you got all kinds of characters in there. It's one of those fun ones to look at and pick up all the little details in there.
Still one of my favorite Warlocks.
Yes. He did a handful of the little run of the X-Men annuals. Loves drawing Storm. You tend to find who he really enjoys drawing, I think, by going through a lot of his covers, because you can definitely tell where he gravitates to for a lot of the things he likes to draw. Did a nice cover, older cover of New Defenders there. That Heroes for Hope X-Men book as well, and like I say, kind of popped in on
Hope. Was that a you send something? You send it something out for that book? Was it a giveaway or something? Or
it was a charity one where the proceeds went to the recovery, the famine recovery or whatever in Africa.
Yeah, North Africa.
Oh, okay. I say, man, that was damn. Thank God, Metal Wolverine collector, man.
And again, great New Mutants cover as well.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely extremely well known for Long Shot and that Long Shot limited series as well. When you think of Long Shot, you almost immediately think of Art Adams as well.
Yep.
In the Firestar, the limited edition Firestar, there's an Art Adams Firestar cover in there for all you Firestar fans. This guy, and it's one of the better Firestar. There's not a ton of Firestar covers out there. So for you Firestar fans and Art Adams fans, it's a good one to have. That whole little run is a lot of fun. Again, did some New Mutants work. Hopped around a lot on a bunch of stuff. Really didn't start doing runs.
I like that Daredevil, like the Mutant Massacre.
I had no idea he did that Firestar cover.
Yep. It's I mean, a lot of his older stuff. Yeah, some of the stuff has just a very distinct. You look at the faces and you go, okay, that's Art Adams. But some of the older stuff, like if you look at the background people on the Firestar, you can kind of tell it's Art Adams. But Firestar itself, just looking at it, at a quick glance.
Nice racket sword effect she has up there.
Oh, yes.
The legs are a little wobbly, but
What?
And like I said, he pops in a handful of X-Men books here and there. Also heavily associated with Art Adams is his run that he did of covers on classic X-Men.
You could tell that Storm covers is.
He loves drawing Storm. That's what
he does like drawing Storm. I like it. I like his X-Men work. I like the way he draws the X-Men. He doesn't skim. It's not like he's heavy into one specific X-Men. He draws them all equally as well. You can tell he takes time with all of them individually.
Can we get the classic X-Men costumes back? Just saying. Those costumes were amazing.
Hopefully the MCU gets all the costumes when they finally arrive in the MCU.
A classic X-Men, it was a great book because number one, you could read some old issues of stuff in there, but you always got great covers, and you had the full little pictures, full back cover as well of a picture. They were always nice.
Kind of
1302 shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of covers.
Sometimes they had new stories in them too, in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Art Adams stuff was just great. Like I said, I like it. The was that 20 in there? Classic X-Men 20. That's a great Storm cover. It's a great cover with the X-Men there as well.
I like that Kazar cover.
Yeah, he's rocking full 80s hair there.
I know, full 80s hair. Michael Bolton, friggin'
Michael Bolton.
It's like, I know you had short hair, but it's the late 80s, so got to get as coiffed as possible. For Bruce, he's not limited just to Marvel. He some of his earlier DC stuff. He did some Doom Patrol. He did a handful of Action Comics as well. His Galactus is always fantastic. This Marvel Saga is a nice wraparound cover as well.
That is a nice cover.
And when you look at it, you normally just kind of see the hand and Silver Surfer. When you're looking at the book, you don't realize there's just a really great Galactus on the back.
Do you think CGCs should do covers like if they're wraparound covers? You think they should make their cases to show the whole cover instead of just showing it? You turn it around like that so you can have the whole cover. Wouldn't
That's
that
too
be
much plastic. Well, we know because us collectors that collect CGC freaking cases, that'd be where you gonna put that in? You can't put that in a box.
I get mad I'm mad when I buy a magazine that's slabbed, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this now? Use it as a coffee table? They're freaking huge.
Yeah.
I got a couple myself.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard when you have like the nice wraparound cover. You want to show the whole cover.
Yeah, I mean, at least the cases are clear on both sides, which depending on how or where you display it.
You could always get two slabbed and then just have one backwards.
You can.
I've seen people do that before too.
Can.
Like I said, he popped through. He had a handful, for you Dazzler fans out there. Had a few good Dazzler covers.
Those X-Men 214 and 2 is that 12 or 16?
I think it's 16.
16. Those are great covers.
Yeah.
I had that Asgardian one.
Yeah, the Asgardian one's fun too.
This is when the X-Women were starting to become the popular X-Men. They would just kick ass.
I mean, to me, it was always fun because, I don't know, growing up, annuals always kind of, nobody liked annuals.
How long are these books
much growing up?
How long was these books? These are books from when? How long? Like the 1990s? Was it?
It's
late 80s?
Early,
late 80s, 90s?
Yeah, 89.
It wasn't woke then. How come things are woke now?
It's the X-Men.
The X-Men. I'm just saying,
Long Shot could have been an X-Woman. No, stop.
Yeah, like I said, annuals were always kind of looked down upon back in the day. Nobody really cared about it. You'd be following an X-Men around and you'd be like, oh, X-Men annual.
Because the story doesn't continue in the other. I think Atlantis Arises. Remember the story Atlantis Arises? They had him in the
Atlantis Attacks.
Atlantis Attacks. Yeah. But I always loved the fact that this short run of X-Men annuals had Art Adams covers, because I would see it and I would still buy it just because I liked Art Adams back then, and I was like, oh, that's a cool cover. And, you know, it would get me to buy it more than any other annual back then.
Asgardian Wars. Ooh.
Like I said, he did a handful of Doom Patrol covers, which are fun. He also did this nice Spectre annual. So you get really Dead Man and the Spectre.
Hey, if you look at the crowd, where's Waldo?
Yeah, because there's a lot of good Spectre covers out there, but there's not a ton of Dead Man books out there. So if you're a Dead Man fan, you know, this is a nice one to have.
Well, basically now that Dead Man is coming into the Guns verse, there's going to be a lot of probably a comic series coming.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my Strange Adventures need it.
Wow.
There's your Gumby Winter Fun, and there's the Summer Fun. There's the wraparound on the Summer Fun, which is fun because the actual back part of the wraparound on the Summer Fun is actually far better part of the cover than the front cover.
Yeah.
Comical.
He did a few little indies here and there early on. So you got there's your Tommy and the Monsters, there's a Viking Heroes cover. We do a lot of trades as well.
X Babies.
And I like anytime I would see, you know, in an X Factor run or something like that, because X Factor was one of the main books I collected growing up. It was always fun to see. I like, because you would get like a bunch of Walt Simonson's covers, and I like Walt Simonson, but then you get an Art Adams cover and it felt so different. It was just a nice
that
change of
first
pace.
50 issues was an amazing run. X Factor.
Yeah. It's what made me a run collector. I, you know, as a kid growing up, I collected 1 to 100. I had a subscription to Marvel at the time. For all you kids out there, you used to be able to subscribe directly from Marvel. They would send you a polybagged book in the mail, no backing board or anything else. It just had it wasn't really a mailer board though. It was a heavy stock piece of paper, and then the book in a poly bag, but
an oversized poly bag to boot.
Yes, it was definitely.
And the mailman would see that and go, "Oh, let me just wrap."
I can roll that up. I can roll that up and cram that
mailbox.
in a mailbox. But it was fun because it was cheap back then too. You know, you'd be able to get a subscription to a book for a year for like $10.
Yeah.
You know, it's $8. You know, it was fantastic. So you'd be able to get, you know, 2 or 3 subscriptions to a book, and it was fun to get them delivered to you instead of having to go to the shop. There's your first Gambit. And X-Men Annual 14 there.
First new Fantastic Four.
You got a little Franklin there. It's good stuff. I like the Art Adams cover on that. And to me, again, this was my youth when I was really into comics, when I was a teenager and stuff like that. This Fantastic Four run because regular Fantastic Four, after kind of some of the Burn stuff, I was like, eh. And when this came out, and I was like, what, Wolverine, Greyhawk, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, with Art Adams covers. This was a fun run. And they were great covers. I still have mine from when I was a kid.
Nice.
And in that 247, you also had the nice gold cover too for the second print. You got a good Impossible Man. I like the fun, rando, silly Marvel covers every now and then. So it's fun to have an Art Adams cover that's a little silly.
Hey, maybe we get Impossible Man in the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe that's who. What's his face is playing? What's his face? What the hell's his name? He was at Con Air. What's his name?
Nick Cage.
Yeah, maybe he's playing an Impossible Man.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, it's not like you can. Not mine. I'll leave it alone tonight.
The Marvel Heroes Summer Special with the X-Men. It's a good cover. I threw this on here as well because Sabra's on the cover of this. Sabra is, if you've gotten your Brave New World, Captain America, Happy Meal toys, you're like, who the hell's Ruth? Because there was a Ruth figure in there. Ruth is Sabra. There's not a lot of Sabra covers or Sabra on a cover. So she is going to be a character that will be in the Captain America Brave New World, or Falcap as AOA likes to call it.
Yeah.
And he also did the Marvel Holiday Special as well. Everyone loves a Santa cover. He did a handful of the Conan covers as well on the Marvel Conan run. Granted, it was in the 200s, late 200s of the run at the time, but I'm a Conan fan, and getting Art Adams and Conan stuff is always good for me. And while he hasn't done a ton of Vampirella, he does have a couple of Vampirella covers out there. It's good if you're digging through a dollar bin and happen to find some indies in there. Animal Confidential, that from Dark Horse, that is an Art Adams cover as well. And then he really started to go deep into the monsters, Godzilla mainly, but Art Adams draws amazing monsters. I will show this every time. It's always sitting in my background, but Art Adams is an amazing artist. He draws monsters and dinosaurs and stuff like that exceptionally well. It's not just big titty bobbleheaded girls.
It said in his bio that early on, when he would go to cons, that's what he would sell, like Godzilla and those Universal monster type stuff.
They're amazingly detailed. He inks the living hell out of them, and they look fantastic. So that Godzilla color special, always a good book if you see it cheap to pick it up. Normally sells at a pretty decent premium. He did a great creature. I didn't even know he had done this Creature from the Black Lagoon cover.
I have that one. Yeah,
but it's a fantastic Creature from Black Lagoon cover.
Yeah,
it just has that proper 1950s feel to it for a Creature from Black Lagoon cover. Dark Horse Comics Presents. You can find Dark Horse Comics Presents in dollar bins all day, every day. It's a great Godzilla cover.
See,
and you get an Aliens and Predator on there as well on the cover, so that's always fun.
That's pretty cool. Is that James Bond? Who's in the middle?
Oh, who knows what?
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah, Dark Horse Comics had all kinds of fun stuff in there.
See, I like
Danny,
books like that. They had all the
Danny
stories
Danger or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, Dark Horse Comics and Dark Horse Comics Dark Horse Presents books were always fun. You would get 3 or 4 really different stories from decent writers, decent artists, and they were good books. They were fun. There you go. He did a lot of that Monkey Man and O'Brien. That's his thing. And you can find that in the Dark Horse Presents as well. He did not do these Hellboy covers. These are Mike Mignola, but these Hellboy books all have the secondary story of the Monkey Man and O'Brien. So in the bubble at the bottom is Art Adams art on there for the secondary story in the books.
Nice.
Hey, all you Evangeline fans out there, if you don't want to buy a cover that's done by Rob Liefeld, you can you can find an Art Adams cover out there of Evangeline. So that's nice. He did this Hero Zero book as well, which has some fun crossovers. Did a handful of Gen 13 books. And of course, it was the 90s, so there was a different image book every week that all looked the same.
Yeah.
For you Star Wars fans, a nice earlier Art Adams Star Wars covers. Is that Star Wars New Hope? It's a good Star Wars cover.
Yeah, it is a good Star Wars cover.
Yeah.
And in that day and age, there weren't that many good Star Wars covers. Again, as I mentioned before, that Hero Zero, there's a crossover with Godzilla. So you get some good Godzilla action there. Again, he has done a handful of the Godzilla titles and done a lot of the covers on them.
I like that Godzilla
all the covers on some of those runs. Yeah.
He's thirsty for blood.
Like I said, he draws a damn fine monster.
Godzilla, but he draws Godzilla great.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite monster artists. Monkey Man and O'Brien had its own series for a while where it wasn't just buried in Hellboy as well. He did the covers for those, and I believe he did the interior stuff as well. Again, like I said, he did some Gen 13, and there's a crossover with Gen 13 and Monkey Man and O'Brien as well. As good as he draws Godzilla, the man loves drawing apes as well. And he did a lot of covers on this Jail Ape Guerrilla Warfare series that had a crossover with a lot of the different DC books at the time.
Damn, so Dirty Ape.
You got a good JLA cover there, Flash cover, Superman cover.
Also, Marvel did things with monkeys too. It's like apes and gorillas, and it's like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, I think the best one was Planet of the Apes and Green Lantern.
No,
those covers were amazing.
Planet of the Apes and King Kong. I like that.
He did his Tom Strong series. There's some good covers in that as well, which is kind of one of those things you can find cheap every now and then. There's some really good covers. I love his Danger Girl covers. As much as I like J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl covers, I like these two Art Adams Danger Girl covers. They're two of my favorite, especially that Dynamic Forces cover there. That is by far one of my favorite Danger Girl covers that's out there. He also bounced around some of the X books with Generation X. Did a handful of covers there. You get a nice Deadpool. Seeing this originally, I was like, oh, that is Art Adams. So that was fun. I love this Defenders cover. I think it's a great Defenders cover, which is fantastic. I believe this is a Cableman book, which unfortunately has no trade dress on it, but it's a sexy girl, and I'm going to go with it.
That's all that matters. Doesn't need a title.
Yeah, when Vertigo rebooted Angel and the Ape, which really it showed up in Showcase, and then that's what it was. These covers, the Angel and the Ape covers, are a lot of fun. So I definitely, if you're an Art Adams fan and you like some fun girl and gorilla covers, there's some fantastic ones in the Angel and Ape series. He did a handful of covers on the Authority as well. I'm sure the Authority will start to heat up soon. Some more of those Authority books. He did the cover for the Thundercat source book, which was nice as well. The Many Worlds of Tessa Strong. This is a great cover. It doesn't probably get the love it deserves because there's also a Bruce Timm cover on this issue as well. And that tends to kind of steal some of the spotlight. And then there was a nice crossover with Vampirella, Witchblade, and Lady Melancholia, I believe.
Lady Melons?
Melancholia.
So
there is
Lady with the melons.
There is a trade dress version of this, but the black and white was quite sharp. Any of his black and white covers I really enjoy a lot. As you saw earlier, I showed a few issues that I had just picked up. The Scary Monsters, the JLA Scary Monsters, is a fun little series. He does all the covers on those as well. He did within this run where this Action Comics is, I forget what issue that is, but he has a run of a handful of Action Comics covers in sequence there for Action Comics. I love his Red Sonjas. Anytime I see an Art Adams Red Sonja, I just enjoy it. I did a Wildstorm cover and did a really phenomenal Hawk Girl cover. I like Hawk Girl covers. Another character that doesn't get the love that she deserves in terms of covers is Hawk Girl.
Yep.
I love a good Hawk Girl cover. You got some Avengers Classic. Styx threw this in there for you. Good Art Adams Booster Gold cover.
Nice.
You got a nice Incredible Hulk homage cover for Hercules. And it's just a good one. Manhunter. It's just a good it's a good Wonder Woman cover.
Wonder Woman did not skip leg day.
No, she did. For you Hulk fans out there, he draws a pretty great Hulk as well. That king size Hulk, you get the nice red Hulk there. But for a better cover, I like that Hulk
I have
9.
that one.
Yeah, and it's a good cover with all the characters there, and you get Hulk. It's a good one. And you get Marvel Apes and DC Goes Apes, so you get more Art Adam Ape art as well.
Wow.
He did a couple of the issues of the Ultimate X series. This is actually the first and second print of issue 2 there. You got him on Wolverine #1. I know the only book people look for there is the Wolverine dressed as Deadpool, the J. Scott Campbell cover, but there is an Art Adams in there as well. And I like his Doom. His Doom always feels unique to me anytime he draws Doom.
A little Doom history about Doom. The Vader got the inspiration for Vader from Doom. That's how Vader was created. The inspiration from Dr. Doom.
Yeah, I can see it.
So
it's good inspiration.
It is.
Just Doom is the best villain. His magic has magic. They got me saying magic for some reason. His magic covers are great. I like the New Mutants Forever cover more.
That's the same cover.
Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. The artwork is the same. He used the artwork. The boobies look at the same spot. If you really think about it.
Yep. And they're around the same time.
Same pose.
I did throw them together.
Exactly. He just changed the head a little bit. He changed it.
He draws a hell of a Man Thing.
That's cool.
As well.
I do a hell of a Man Thing too.
And he did a handful of covers on a Man run or Man Thing run as well. This Godzilla Legends series, there's color versions of these, but the black and whites are really
Those
phenomenal.
are really good.
They're aren't these hard to find? I've never seen these.
Yeah.
The Adora, the Adora one is really, really awesome.
Adora, Anguillus.
They're great. I mean, the color versions are great as well, but the black and white, his monster work, you can really see.
They have a Megalon. They have a Megalon version too.
Mm-hmm.
They have black and white Megalon.
I just like Black Widow's pose in that Secret Adventures book, so I just had to throw that in there. And the boy likes drawing Emma. He got a lot of White Queen covers from Art Adams as well.
Oof. I just found covers 1 through 5.
Nice.
And a set for $229. Jeez.
Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. But they are beautiful. They're beautiful covers. Great fan for homage by Art Adams there. A fun Deadpool cover. I mean, most Deadpool covers are fun. There's some that are more recognizable than others, but I thought the shark cover was pretty good.
I like it. It's cool.
Yeah. All you Joe fans out there, you collect Baroness. Everybody collects Baroness. Everyone loves Baroness covers. So
Put it
it's
out
a nice
there.
Art Adams Baroness In the Battle for Battle of the Atom, he did a handful of covers across for this crossover between X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, some of those other books that were all new X-Men. He did a handful of covers for that run. He's the one that did this Deadpool comic, this wonderful homage there.
I like that cover. You
Very
have that,
highly recognizable cover.
Huh?
You have that book?
Of course not.
How much of Deadpool?
No, I don't have that one.
No. You got it, Joe?
It's a good one. No.
Wait, what year was that?
I don't have a ton of Deadpool stuff. This would have been what?
15?
The problem with Deadpool, they put him on so many covers.
18?
Yeah, but it's a detective comic.
It's still a cool cover, though. I like it.
Yeah. You got your Miss Marvel. You got a little bit of Vampirella there, peppered in. Like I said, he doesn't do a lot of Vampirella, so there's a few out there, but I like the work he does with Vampirella. There was the Original Sin, the 8-issue connecting cover. So
Really?
yeah, so you had to get all late to connect this. I still don't understand why they connected it the way they did and why it looks the way it does, but it is connecting. I wish they would have done a little better job around the border of it.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. There's people that love connecting covers and love.
I forget. I'll get one or two, then I forget about the third or fourth issue.
Yeah. Or I'll have remember to get on my pull list issue 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll forget 4, and I'll be like, oh man, and I'll get 5, 6, 7, and 8 on there, and then I'll be missing one. Gotta go track it down. Got a good Storm cover there. He did a fun Squirrel Girl cover. Gotta love that. Nice shield with the Howling Commandos there as well. Again, you get some good monsters on there, so it's a fun cover. Good black and white Guardians as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, his Galactus is fantastic. That's a great cover on the Ultimates of Galactus. Another good Guardians cover. He did a handful of Walking Dead covers, and then when they're doing all those reissues, he has a lot of covers on that as well. And on that old new Wolverine, it's a good Viv cover. So if you like Viv and you like Art Adams, it's a good one. This Luke Cage, always sought after book. Art Adams. As you start to move into more recent stuff, you start to get more ratios and stuff, and less A and B open order covers from Art Adams. But this Monsters Unleashed series was fantastic. It let them have some fun and kind of let loose with creating some monsters in there and putting those out there. There's a little Kid Kaiju there.
Okay, Kid Kaiju.
Kid Kaiju.
You got a nice X-Men 50 homage there on that X-Men Blue with Polaris. He has a handful of really cool X-Men Blue covers. I liked when Marvel was doing the color and then the black and white, either open order or ratios. He also has some cool War of the Realm covers as well. He did a lot of covers for War of the Realms. It's a great wraparound cover for War of the Realms.
Yep.
And let me start to get into some fun things. You got some Spidey. You got a Vader, an Art Adams Vader. Not the best Vader, but it's still a Vader. You don't get him doing a lot of Star Wars stuff.
It kind of looks like his eyebrows up. The way,
yeah, he's pissed. It's a pissed Vader.
You're the Rock.
That year the villain cover is fantastic.
Gorilla Group.
He did variants on all the Strange Academy books where he did each of the character focused covers for Strange Academy. So that's a nice set to have as well for each issue, to be able to have all the Strange Academy characters.
It's gonna cost me a lot of money, Joe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe this is Detective 127, I believe. Sorry, 1027. Yeah, it's a fun wraparound black and white. This was an exclusive from Torpedo Comics, I believe. But it's a good one to have. Batman and just that whole Rogues Gallery there. That's fun, and a little Catwoman peeking out of the corner. He did the covers on the Ultraman run for Marvel. If you're an Ultraman fan, I find Ultraman a lot of fun. This one is actually the Walmart variant. You can tell because Ultraman is in silver, not red. If it's in red, it's the regular open order one. If it's in silver, it was from the Walmart pack.
Fun fact to know. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah. That's something if you're digging through out there, because a lot of times all this stuff gets just buried together. Fun cover on Bermuda. Masters of the Universe fans, he did do a cover on Revelation. He did this is a black and white from the 0 Point.
Fortnite.
That's the Fortnite one. Yep.
It's a banana. What was the banana? Was the name of the banana? Styx. You play Fortnite.
Peely.
Peely. Okay.
Yeah. I invaded my comics.
Yeah, I like that Tigress.
Yeah, he did a handful of these kind of the Marvel Anniversary style covers as well. A lot of times, if they were exclusives in a lot of cases, you would be able to get the version of the image that's in the middle with no trade dress or anything like that, and then a version that has the trade dress and the anniversary banner around it. I personally like the anniversary banners.
Yeah.
I like his Hulk. I would like to see him actually pencil a full Hulk run, because I like his Hulk. It always looks good to me, whether it's green, gray, fix it, whatever. I like red. I like it. I like the way he draws the Hulk. And they brought back that new Fantastic Four thing for a little bit. So of course you got a few Art Adams covers out of that as well.
Oh.
We're gonna start getting into torso and large head soon. So
Yes.
Just giving you the warning. But I did like I said, he's done a handful of stuff on the Amazing Spider-Man. It's a good cap cover, Black Cat as well. I love that Savage Sonya cover, which of course you can get in 70 different variant forms because it's from Dynamite.
Black and white, foil, gold foil.
Braille.
I have them. I have them all.
Red foil.
And to me, this is still, say what you want about Art Adams, I don't care. This Spider-Man cover of Gwen is still one of my favorite Gwen covers. Again,
Good lips.
Another nice Galactus. If you've never picked up the book, you should. Shaolin Cowboy is a fantastic book. Jeff Darrow's art is ridiculous. It is a fun book, but there was an Art Adams variant there, which is a lot of fun with all the goldfish and everything on the cover. Got a couple nice Storm covers there. Like I said, a lot of these end up being ratios, especially when we start getting into big headshots. I dig the black, white, and red.
Crazy for.
Yeah. I know, and then you,
How many you got, Dom?
I got one. I got one copy of it.
Oh, and then you had the black and white.
I didn't get the black and white. I got that one.
Yeah. I don't know why you'd want them all not in color. It just makes sense to have them all in color. But the Vader black, white, and red covers is a fun cover with the little face reveal. Again, not a bad Hulk ratio there. You got Giant Robot Hellboy. Again, good monsters, robots, fun title. And you got a Scarlet Witch with the anniversary banner as well. It's always fun from Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, little mini that was out. This Immortal Thor is one that just came out, which is also a pretty banging cover. It's a lot of fun. It's, he could have gone easy on that and done, one of these headshots and done what he normally does for Immortal Thor. But I don't know. To me, this is far more fun cover. Yep. Everyone loves the Snowbird cover ratio.
Yeah, that is my favorite Art Adams cover.
Yeah,
that he came out in the last year. Well, besides Godzilla,
you got the Miss Marvel. I believe there's also the 125 black and white second print of that as well.
Yeah.
Had to throw out the ladies there. I love his Black Cat. I love his Mary Jane as well. Maybe it's my love of Kelly Kapowski that I love the way he draws women, but I don't know. It just it hits me right. I love his covers. Like I said, he loves Emma as well. If you're a Kitty Pryde fan and Lockheed, yeah, it's a nice little ratio there as well. That is really cheap. You can find that one on 25, really dirt cheap. There's the old Godzilla anniversary that came out. Had to throw that in there. It's just, it is a great Godzilla cover. It is one of the better ones I've seen in a long time. Some more White Queen. We got some Psylocke in there. Everyone loves Psylocke. You got a Red Sonja that was either an SDCC or an NYCC exclusive that came out, which is a good cover. And the Rogue cover that nobody seems to like for some reason. I don't get it. I like it.
Yeah.
And as we hit the home stretch here, a little more Black Cat. That's the X Lives of Wolverine cover. It's a good Wolverine cover. I dig these New Mutant covers as well. Cypher cover is awesome. And last but not least, on our last page, I had to bookend these lovely ladies with some Doctor Doom and some Ghost Rider. These both are Cave Woman. The book is Cave Woman. So if you like the spicier side of Art Adams, those might be ones to look for. But if you're a good old straight up Marvel fan, it's a great Doctor Doom cover and it's a fun Ghost Rider cover as well. And that is what I have.
Nice, great job,
Great job,
Yeah.
Joe. Damn.
A lot of cover. It was fun to go through it. It was hard to edit.
Scratching the surface of all that.
Yeah, you got a lot of great covers.
There's a lot of covers, man.
I know it was really hard to edit, and like I said, I don't necessarily care about the values of a lot of them. I like fun covers. I don't care if you can find fun Art Adams covers in a dollar bin and they're great covers and you like them. That's great. Everything doesn't have to be a ratio that's selling for $200 on the secondary market. Buy what you like. But hopefully I gave you a good overview of a lot of Art Adams stuff that's out there, and maybe something sticks in your head when you're looking through a box and you go, that is an Art Adams. I remember that. So there we go. And last but not least tonight, I decided I would just bring up a discussion topic.
Wow.
I saw this somebody had reposted this old tweet and it amused me. And I figured I'd just bring it up for discussion. So somebody had tweeted, back in the day, if you did a TV show called Surf Dracula, you'd see that full surfing every week in New Adventures. But in the streaming era, the entire first season got to be a long-ass flashback to how he got the surfboard until you finally see him surf for 5 minutes in the finale.
Right?
So I wanted to get your input. If you all feel that that's the way some of these shows have kind of turned. You don't really get right into the meat of things, there's a slow build up because of either they want to build it for a second season, or they're building it to do a spin-offs, or building it to do other projects. So,
Well, I think the whole era of sitcom, the way the sitcoms doesn't work for streaming. They have to get people's attention and hold it, so they drag it out. You know,
you don't see too many procedural shows anymore where you would get like your Law and Order or something like that, where you get basically a self-contained episode. You know the characters that are in it. They might have continuing stories that are going on that proceed throughout, the season or multiple seasons. But you could turn it on, get a self-contained story in an episode, and enjoy it. You don't have to wait for all this build-up just to get teased at the end for another
season.
Season 2. Yeah.
Look, I understand the whole thing with flashbacks. They got to do the flashback to give you the idea about the character, what he's about. Back in the day when they did some flashbacks,
stick him in a back to tank.
Yeah, like exactly.
You didn't have to live there for 5 episodes.
Look, what happened with Boba Fett. The book of Boba Fett
was there the whole
was
time.
that. Yeah, he fell in the Sarlacc and he needed the back to tank to heal because of his injuries or something like that. I understand that. And of course, him sleeping, he had flashbacks. That was part of what was wrong with the book of Boba Fett on so many different things. But I was trying to say back in the day when they did shows, they had a flashback and it made you, they showed you a little bit and they continued the story. Now they're showing flashbacks and it's like, it's more the flashback than the actual show itself.
Mm-hmm.
Get to that point where they're talking about, and then you wait for a second season, and it's like, someone's like, just do a show. What you could do is you could do a show and then make flashbacks in if a show is like popular, if you're doing a show, you could do a show and then have a novel or a book of how he got to that point, and you might show a little flashback.
Well, but there's advantages and disadvantages of doing like early flashbacks as opposed to doing flashbacks while the show is going. I mean, so a lot of times when the show is going, sometimes that backstory unfortunately changes because of what you're doing with the show. So
I think Fallout did a really good job of managing, progressing a story exceptionally well and pacing it well, while at the same time giving you parsed little flashbacks that filled in enough that you could follow along with the story and understand certain motivations and things like that. It was probably one of the, and for something that was made from a video game, it was probably one of the best paced and best story written in terms of just being able to give you those little tidbits, not have to dump in long filler episodes of, huge flashbacks and stuff like that aren't necessarily relevant.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah.
My famous one is, if you've watched the series Lost, I mean, they're always throwing back flashbacks in there.
Yeah.
They were all dead to begin with, so that's why I'm doing the flashbacks. Oh, spoiler.
Are they?
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Nah, they actually did a pretty good job in Lost. You're right. You're right, Styx. They did a pretty good job with the whole Lost concept of the flashbacks.
And Lost was, I mean, you could take the ending and how they ended it or how they dragged it out for a long time.
Yeah.
But, flashbacks in that really made sense. I mean, with that's a show that was made because everyone's dropped on an island. You know nothing about anybody.
Yep.
So you had to learn about those characters through flashbacks to know who they were beforehand.
And how they got there and why they're there.
Yeah.
When it comes to that whole ending and the whole season 6, I mean, I still chalk it up to that writer strike that they had. Really put a wrench in what they wanted to do. So, but it's still a good series as it is
for network television. I'll give it to them.
Yeah. Me and my wife have been talking about going back. My wife never seen it. She knows about.
Really?
She knows about the whole concept, but she wants to see it from the beginning. She wants to Wants to
Yeah,
watch it. My wife is
I
like
re-
very fun like that. She'll watch shows and they'll talk about the whole show and they'll explain everything, the ending, everything, and she don't care. She'll go back and watch the show.
I'm the same. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I don't care if I know everything about something. I'll still watch it and enjoy it.
Yep.
Me, I like to wait and watch it. I want to be surprised. But
You
you
want to
don't
be
get
what?
that.
But
I
You
don't.
saw it. How were you surprised?
No, I'm just saying. When I watch a show, I don't want to know what's going on in the show.
Wow.
But that's
I
because-
don't seek it out, the information,
Yeah.
but if I hear it, it doesn't ruin it for me. I just
If you can go back and watch a show time after time, that's a testament to that show that says, I enjoy that storytelling in that program.
You know,
I mean,
it
yeah,
didn't
you know
hurt
the
that,
outcome. Everyone knows
it
the
didn't
outcome,
hurt
but
that
you
I
like it.
knew it didn't hurt that I knew Bruce Willis was dead. Sixth Sense. I could still watch it and enjoy it.
You know, my wife. I'm trying to get my wife to watch Smallville. She loves Superman, but never liked Smallville for some reason. She didn't like the concept. And I said it was kind of cool. It was cool because the way he grew up and transpired to Superman. I said
He couldn't fly for
Yep.
like 7
He couldn't
seasons. Come
fly,
on.
but the music. I love the music that was in it and just the concepts. Come on, when Sam Whitmore was friggin' Doomsday, that shit was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so
If,
kind
if
of like,
if Smallville was your first
Introduction
anything,
to Superman.
introduction to Superman, that's a great introduction to Superman. It really is.
it was fun. It was a fun series. You know, it was sad. It had its moments. You know, it was it was an interesting take on Superman, the character.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
it because number one, I liked WB/CW schlock.
I
I
love
love
it.
Roswell and all those series like that. So I
Roswell
like
was great.
I like that, the early Supernatural. I mean, I liked all of Supernatural, but at that time, it's the early Supernatural stuff, Roswell. Those were fun shows. And then
the
to be
reason
able
why
to have
they
a
were fun-
superhero show, I was like, oh shit, Superman.
The music that they played in them, like like One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek, those type of
Yeah.
shows. They had the music that
Mhm.
people got but the soundtracks and went out and got the music because the music was really cool. It fit the moment and the scene and the show. But when it goes back, like the flashbacks are great if they're done right.
Yep.
Mhm.
They're
Oh, yeah.
done right. You gotta put, if they're done wrong, the Book of Boba Fett done wrong.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
keep-
bring it back to.
It hurts. It just hurts that Disney fucked up the character. Just
Right now, I'm
We're-
having a flashback of Dom talking about Star Wars.
We're here
Yeah.
for you, Don. We know.
flashback. Yeah, let's rewind. Let's rewind it
Sure.
back.
Show us on your Boba Fett figure where Disney hurt you.
That stuff. I don't know. I like when, I don't know, back then I could get a Smallville and I didn't have high expectations for it. So I could just watch it and enjoy it. Everything gets so built up now that it has to be the best
now
thing
when you
ever. It
watch it
has to
now-
be fantastic. But I could watch Smallville and be like, I know what to expect. I'm watching a show on the CW. It ain't Citizen Kane.
And
You
you can
know,
expect that
That is not.
what's the name? It was a sex trafficking cult.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
watch it. So
jeez. Disavow.
Of all the people from that show,
and she's
that-
like the most
yeah.
innocent one. She
Yeah.
was like the one
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
The original, they tried to reboot Roswell, and it was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Was it Mexico? Mexico, right? Roswell, Mexico, something like that.
They did
Something?
some. I only got about through half of it. So just like when they tried to reboot Charmed, I was like, no, just don't do that.
Oh,
Don't-
yeah.
You can't. I don't know. Maybe you can't capture the cheese of those types of shows. And
Yeah.
because they like Roswell tried to be serious, and it was fun to watch, but at the same time, it's also hard to take serious. But it was
Yep.
a fun show to watch. The stories were good. It was just good, basic little sci-fi series, teen dramedy.
I met her in real life.
Which one?
Terry Floyd was talking about.
Oh, Erica Durance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. We need. I wish we had more shows like that we could just not have to take seriously and enjoy. But I don't know.
Well, look, if you're gonna do a TV show, you could throw in a little bit of flashback, just to give you an idea of where these characters are coming from. That's it. You move forward. And like if it calls for a flashback, then you do the flashback. You know, the TV show Forever Night.
Oh yeah, Forever Night was great.
And there was standalone
Nick
episodes.
Knight.
Yeah.
There was standalone episodes, but every episode, the murder or the situation had something to do that he had happen back in the day. That's pretty cool when you do something like that. Not when you have like a regular series going on and everything's freaking.
I used to watch that and Blind Justice.
Blind
Justice.
Justice. I like that Blind Justice.
Well, all those shows that
Wet and
come
Bullets.
on at like 11 o'clock
Ghost
at night,
Whisperer.
like Highlander,
Silk
they're all
Stockings.
great stuff.
Silk Stockings, yep.
Silk Stockings.
I'll take Mitzi Ryder any day of the week.
Mm.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, but Sweating Bullets was good too. That the redhead, the chick that was in it.
I missed
And he was
those.
a private eye.
I missed so many of those late night. It's midnight. Here's
Too
this
provocative for television and for early
rando
prime
show.
time.
Yeah, some rando show that's on 1 a.m. on CBS. You know, it's-
No wonder the ratings are down. Everybody's freaking sleeping.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they do a lot of flashbacks now. I feel they need to spoon feed you too much information, and you know, not let the viewer
audience isn't
connect
the
dots.
smartest. People don't
but
have
you
time to connect the dots.
You got shows
Kojak,
on now,
the Friday the 13th series is good.
Oh, I love Kojak.
Those are good back in the day.
13.
I like those shows.
That's a flashback in and of itself.
Yeah.
I mean, you got good shows on like The Rookie that don't need flashbacks, but sometimes they throw one in there just to have something, have one, I
Yeah.
guess, you know.
Yeah.
Those court dramas and things like that, they don't really need a flashback, but sometimes they throw them in there. Flashbacks are good sometimes.
I would highly suggest Resident Alien. It has next to no flashbacks, really. It has a few here and there, but very few. It's a great series just to watch, just for Alan Tudyk more than anything else. So good stuff. That was a fun
Yeah,
little
but see how
conversation.
now going back to this tweet right here about Surf Dracula, how would you make this happen?
It wouldn't matter back then. That son of a bitch, he'd be surfing in the opening credits. He'd be surfing within 5 minutes of the episode, and then they'd figure out how to create. It's like the General Lee jumping the damn bridge.
I'd be like Batman and the Joker from 1966. Sir.
Yeah.
I don't need a backstory of how the General Lee was purchased and assembled and built. I just want to see that son of a bitch jump a damn lake. That's all I want to see. Give me that. Give me Daisy shaking her ass all over the place, and I'm happy. Give me a little Roscoe.
Roscoe Pico train. Freaking get that name. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Gotta have Flash. Don't forget Flash.
I didn't need a backstory as to how Boss Hogg came to power, or I
The
don't
Rise
care.
of Power of Boss Hogg. They should make a movie like that. Boss Hogg, the power.
But that's what we would get now. If they rebooted it, you would get some like huge flashback to how Boss Hogg became the all-powerful ruler of Hazard County. It would just be.
He accidentally killed somebody.
You get half a season of Uncle Jesse as a teenager.
Yeah, and then again,
I will watch that.
I would be stuck having to watch them build the General Lee for like 3 episodes before you get to see him tear ass around, Hazard
And
County.
Ben Diesel will show up and go, "We're all family."
They were all.
Yeah, it would be funny if they tried to actually reboot that series because they would have to change so many.
They had a
things.
Dukes of Hazzard cartoon. Remember that Dukes of Hazzard cartoon?
Well, and they had the movie too. They had the movie.
Johnny
the guy
Knoxville
from, the guy
and,
from
what's
Super
his name,
Troopers directed it.
This guy from American Pie with his face.
Yeah, Stifler.
Stifler, yeah.
Scott Williams. Yeah. He was good and good. But yeah, so many things that I know they will probably want to try to reboot, but my God, they should just leave them where they
You'll
are
never
because
see
you
Dukes of
can't.
Hazzard reboot. Dukes of Hazzard will never see the light of day anymore.
No.
As long as it has the Confederate flag on it, nope.
I had Cooter had a general store about 45 minutes from me because he settled out here in Virginia and he ran for Congress. He was a congressman for a while, but he had a little general store, Cooters, and he had, because there are a handful of General Lees, he had one of them, and he would have it outside the shop. You can go in there, sit in it, get a picture in it. And, so it was always fun. Just, you're driving out in the Shenandoah Mountains and stuff
Oh,
like
God.
that. And all of a sudden you just come across and you're like, holy shit, that's a General Lee. Pull into the parking lot. And you're like, what the hell is this? Scooters? What?
Generally Transformer. When they were making Transformers, all the cars, the crossover.
They've done the Ghostbuster car. Why not?
Yeah, but they can't. They won't do it.
Nah.
Cobra, it's the hooded Cobra Commander. They'll never make anymore because of
Put the Cobra symbol on the top.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah. Some things will never be remade, and that's a good thing, and they should stay away from that. But
yeah. And not everything deserves a reboot or should have a reboot.
Correct. Some things should stay where they are. That was a fun conversation, boys. I hope you enjoyed everything tonight. As a reminder, you can scan the QR code. I made a Spotify mixtape for everybody. So if you scan the QR code, it'll take you directly to the Spotify playlist. I'll be putting these up from every now and then, just for the hell of it, because I can. Why not? If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. But I'll put some different themed ones out there and try to mix it up quite a bit. So,
all right, cool.
All right, cool.
Don't forget CBSI Hot 10 Fridays at 9. We're on at 9:30. Tomorrow night you get Saturday Night Special at normally 9 o'clock. Sunday, Tales from the Dark Side for all your Star Wars needs. Sunday at 9:30. Bruce, you got anything this Sunday?
To be determined.
TBD. Bruce is in a move. It's stressful.
It's true.
Moving is one of the most stressful things you could possibly do.
Yes.
I mean, it was hard enough to do when I was single. I've been married a long time now. When you move with more people and more stuff, it just gets more and more stressful. Monday, Bruce, got the regular show on Monday. Also TBD.
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah. Always something good. Always some good movie talk on there. Fun tier lists.
If you missed my video game stream from yesterday, stay tuned till after we finish talking about video games, when somebody named Mad Max decides to bring up politics. It went
that's always
downhill.
a winner on streams. Yeah.
Downhill.
I had to kick him off.
Politics always bring the party down.
On Wednesday, hang around and watch Marco, Pete, and Dubs on the Tax Show. They've been putting out a lot of fun segments with some deeper dives on some fun, rarer books that won't break the pocketbook, but are interesting nonetheless. It's a lot of fun. Marco did a great segment this past week, looking at some Golden Age books and talking about grading and stuff like that. So it's always a good show to watch. A lot of fun.
They just dropped Big Bad Comics, the Ahsoka #1 with Shin Hati and Balin on the cover. They have a virgin cover and a regular cover. Looks really cool.
Finally, I can get a good Shin cover.
I know, and it's both of them on the cover. So you have the virgin cover and the regular cover, which they drop. I think was it drop? I think they drop on.
That Ahsoka one already has a ton of covers. That thing is going to be a beast.
This drops this week, but yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the virgin cover.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
I've definitely pulled back on my Star Wars comic spending a lot lately, just because.
Hey, I'm saving a lot of money. I haven't bought comics. Only one here and there.
I mean, I was buying all the titles for the longest time because I was keeping up with them. I'm a run collector. So, if I've been buying something since issue 1 and I'm on issue 30, I'm like, well, why stop now?
There's a great cover coming out Sunday. It's Sunday. The book is dropping Sunday.
Nice. If you haven't done so yet, if you like the video, like it. If you didn't like certain parts, then don't like it. That's fine. Subscribe to the channel. if you haven't done so, at Renovision. Subscribe to Bruce over at Kingdom of Nerds. Styx has a channel over on Styxboy 76. I have a channel where I put up some of these spotlights in some more digestible 2-minute little runs. So you could just see the covers kind of quickly and a little 2-minute montage with a little music overlaid. Follow Dom on IG. Dom's always throwing stuff up there and meeting celebrities. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
enjoy that. And other than that, and boys, any last words?
Yeah, just again, my condolences to Lord of the Long Box, TiVo.
Yeah.
Sad day in the comic world. You know, good guy, big for the comic industry, and definitely going to be missed. So.
Yeah. I'm feeling a lot of the shows this weekend will have some.
Yeah, Sunday, apparently, Bird City, they're going to be throwing a tribute on Sunday. It's, I think, 6 p.m. And you're going to have people dropping on and stuff like that, talk about stuff like that. So,
Dom, what is your IG? Just it's Domtober Old Man Fett.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just at Domtober Old Man
Or
Fett.
douchebag for short.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Dom's always hitting the circuit and meeting somebody who played or voiced Boba Fett. So, or some other Star Wars actors and actresses, which is always fun. So, always some good.
Oh, you know what sucks? There. I was supposed to go to Boston in 2 weeks, so Tamira Morrison canceled. So apparently, 4 actors, Star Wars actors, canceled the same week. So the speculation says that they're going to be filming Ahsoka season 2, and they're heading towards that. Which, who knows? Maybe we'll get Boba Fett in Ahsoka season 2. It'd be nice.
There's no reason they wouldn't, just for the simple fact that it's all the Filoni universe.
So
it's that everything overlaps there. I mean, you have Ezra that came back, so you'll probably get some Ezra and Fett maybe, unless Ahsoka finds her way back at some point.
Well, as a skeleton crew, that's when Ahsoka's going to find a way back. So we'll see. Maybe.
Good stuff. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Like I said, please leave a like if you liked it. Stop back in the YouTube comments if you have any segment ideas for either spotlights, either character spotlights, artist spotlights, anything for Not Comic Sale of the Week that you want us to research and look at in terms of different items. That's always fun. Throw whatever up in there. We always enjoy suggestions because we want to give you stuff that you enjoy seeing. So tell us what you like and what you want to see, and we'll do our best to accommodate you.
I'm telling you, it's funny. Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no,
Jedi should have actually sent a headshot himself. I tried to send it to a Lucasfilm. Maybe they could have used him as just a stand-in, just to Balin. You never know. You never know.
That would have been great.
Hey.
The force is not strong in that one.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Good night.